here, 11:35 Eastern time. And for the young men, had the opportunity to have the draft lunch with them that we always do. Michelle Roberts and I spoke to them, and you could tell it's just for their families, for them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
That is NBA Commissioner Adam Silver with our ESPN radio crew, Mark Kestisher, Seth Greenberg, PJ Carlissimo, and Ramona Shelburne during the NBA draft on Thursday night. That's going to do it for us on SportsCenter All Night. We tip our cap, say job well done to our crew, Harry Black and Billy Trice. I'm Steve Lennox. KJZ is next. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio,
Great
ESPN
values
News.
are happening now during Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Stop by the Pro Desk and get an extra 5% off volume savings orders over $1,500. Plus, look for limited time values across the store, including tools, appliances, and other pro essentials to help you get the job done right. Shop today at Lowe's, the new home for pros. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Terms and exclusions apply. See Pro Desk in store for details. Now through July 30th. U.S. only.
Get in zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We'll help you find everything you need to do the job right. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone. AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Hi, it's John Kincade. I hope you're listening to the morning show every day here on The Fanatic. You know, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. So I personally want to thank all of you who have already donated to our official charity partner, the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. They are our generous corporate partners, and we want to thank you for stepping up and helping to give back.
From tripping breakers to home lighting automation, whether you've got an electrical problem or a dream project, visit FarronElectric.com to schedule an estimate today. Replacing your windows, doors, siding, or more? Window Nation is a perfect fit for your home and wallet. Call 866-90NATION or WindowNation.com.
Need a new AC system? Qualified customers get 0 down, 0% financing for 6 years and up to $1,500 off select systems. Schedule today at AdamMechanical.com.
Donations to the American Association for Cancer Research from individuals like you and our corporate partners add up to big breakthroughs that benefit cancer patients and families worldwide. Join me. Make a donation to life-saving cancer research today at aacr.org/fanatic.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000, plus get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
I've got muscular dystrophy. That means my muscles are weak and it can be hard to breathe.
Now is a scary time for everyone, as we are at a higher risk for respiratory infections.
In good times and bad, the Muscular Dystrophy Association helps kids live with neuromuscular disease. The pandemic places more than 200,000 adults and children with muscular dystrophy at a greater risk.
Breathing is often hard when you live with a neuromuscular disease.
But the Muscular Dystrophy Association is here to help.
MDA is what ensures they receive critical medical care at one of over 150 care centers across the U.S.
During COVID-19, kids like me are at a greater risk.
The Muscular Dystrophy Association needs your support now more than ever.
COVID-19 won't stop us. To learn how you can help, please visit helpmda.org. Thank you.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincaid Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yeah, it does. TGIF. John Kincaid Show. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and Coach Eric Camille. Connor Thomas handling the phones. We got Heavy Chevy Mike handling our YouTube today. John will be back on Monday after a week's vacation in Las Vegas, and in the meantime, we'll do it one more time. We'll hold down the fort here. A lot happening yesterday, Jamie. Another busy day in sports. I know you're all pumped up because you have some inside information on Jaden Springer.
Yep. I watched every Tennessee game. Some have called me the Jaden Springer expert of the Philadelphia market. So, you know me, I'm Mr. Volunteer Basketball. Let's go Vols.
What? When the Sixers drafted him last night, you sent me a text and asked me if you should wear a jersey that you had in your closet for the last year. So
yeah, I look. I didn't see Jaden Springer play one time. I've read some things about the kid. I knew his name. That's about the extent of my Jaden Springer knowledge.
Yeah,
I would be highly shocked if he's not an exclusive Delaware player.
18 years old.
We'll get a look at him in Summer League.
Yeah, I like we all did. I watched highlights of him last night after they picked him.
Highlights.
Yeah, 18 seems to be a guy that they hope can be in the mold defensively of a Matisse Thybulle, offensively of a Tyrese Maxey.
Not a very good shooter yet, but
has
potential.
kind of a set shot. They're hoping they can grow into it, and then they.
Would you say that he's young and has potential and room to grow?
Our best thing this morning was I said to Pat, I go, all right, Pat, second-round pick. How do you pronounce his last name? And Pat goes, nobody cares. And walks out of the room.
I think I turned to you and said, nobody gives an F. And then kept walking.
I tried to clean it up a little bit.
It's a ridiculous question.
Not going to work here anymore, that's for sure.
Oh, my God. That was hysterical. So the day starts yesterday with a doubleheader. And first game, Zach Wheeler. Good game, 1-1. Zach Wheeler and Scherzer have a pretty good pitcher's duel going on. And then Wheeler makes a mistake in the sixth, and Washington goes up 3-1. Phillies can't come back. Boom, they lose. They get down 6-0 or 7-0 in that second game. 7-0 in the second game. I'm like, I'm livid. The game's going on. It's getting late. I'm getting ready to send you guys the show prep stuff for today. And so what I write is, that's it, in capital letters. That's it. I'm out. Phillies get swept. They save a starting pitcher after losing game one. So that's something we need to talk about. Vinny Velasquez, no, we're going to have him go to Pittsburgh and pitch because, that's important. I said, if you don't get the obvious signs that they are not trying to compete this year, it's going to drive you insane. Well, that was my thought until they hit the grand slam, and then I wrote, what the hell? Was yesterday so typical of this team or what? Now,
yes.
Also, I saw a whole bunch of stuff going on in Major League Baseball yesterday.
A little bit of activity.
Seemed like every team notification, boom. Oh, there you go. You got the Blue Jays, the Rays. You got everybody seemed to be making a move yesterday.
Yeah, the Yankees are stockpiling Italians up there.
Oh my God, the Dodgers just going after and picking everything from the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, they kind of make me feel like there's no point in even like I want to see the playoffs, all that, but my God, the NL West, the Dodgers and Padres, nobody's beating them.
No, and the Giants are probably the best team playing the best baseball right now too in that division. So under Gabe Kapler, but what?
I think it's incredible.
Yeah, let's start first. Zach Wheeler goes in game one. I gave like a golf clap to Joe Girardi. Okay, good. You didn't overthink this one. Look to go win game one. It was a surprise that Max Scherzer was put out there because he's on the trading block. I didn't think – we talked about it yesterday, and I think you guys agreed. We didn't think he was going to get thrown out there because if they're looking to trade him, why risk anything? But they do throw him out there. He gives a good performance. Phillies lose game one, 3-1. Okay. Game two, I had some errands I had to run. I look it up on my phone, and I see that Vinny Velasquez isn't starting.
Sanchez time.
And I'm like, What happened? Did he get hurt? Did he get traded? Did the Phillies actually make a move? I know.
Could you imagine trading for Vinny Velasquez?
And then I look, and the only explanation I could really come up with, or that I saw, not that I came up with, that I saw, was that, they wanted to hold out Vinny to go to Pittsburgh so they could get 3 starters starting in Pittsburgh. Is this organization ass backwards, or is it me? You don't have the luxury of throwing away games. I'm not saying Vinny Velasquez is but he's a starter, and he's someone that could give you innings. So instead, you go to a bullpen game in Game 2 of doubleheader where you already lost Game 1?
It worked.
So, oh my God.
It doesn't make any sense. And yes, this organization is ass backwards. I mean, I just can't get over for 2.5 weeks you haven't had more than half of a rotation, and you're just sitting on your hands doing nothing, being subjected to Sanchez games at home, Vinny Velasquez on the road. It doesn't make a difference where Vinny throws. Vinny's Vinny.
He is, but I hear you. And the laughing part of me yesterday that made me write the first part of our show sheet page that says, I'm out, I'm done, I'm history, is that I can't believe I'm pining for Vinny Velasquez to start a game. But I was, because guess what?
That's depressing.
He at least knows how to start a major league game. And the thing that I came away with was that, no, we're saving him for Pittsburgh. What? What is going on here? Now, no trades for the Phillies yesterday. No even rumors of trades yesterday for the Phillies. Like it's just crickets down there.
Yep.
I'll say it again. What are they doing?
I'd love to know.
It's unbelievable to me. And I say I'm out, and I'm writing this to you guys yesterday, and before I hit send, I said, no, wait till the game's over and see what you got. And then sure enough, Brad Miller hits you a grand slam, and they make the unbelievable. Oh, by the way, they're out of bench players in the
Aaron Nola batting in the eighth inning. That's pretty good. Yeah, they carried 15 pitchers on the staff because of what you just said. They had to go to a Sanchez game, and they have to have bullpen games at least 2/5 of the time, so they have to carry an absurd amount of pitchers. And I believe they only had 2 extra batters yesterday.
Yeah, for a doubleheader.
7-inning doubleheader.
Yeah,
where your pitchers get pulled and there's a lot of tie games and batters are needed. I don't know what they're doing.
I have no idea. I have no damn clue. And to watch that team celebrate so much yesterday after that 8-7 win, it's going to pull people in. Like you have 2 feet over the fence, but your hands are still on the fence. You're going to be out. And then you get a grand slam, so you got to swing 1 foot back over, and you still got to sit on the fence. Pat, are you out yet, or where's your frustration level?
I'm back in, Bobby. When that ball left the yard, I was back in. All I can hear at this point, every time I watch the Phillies, is your voice saying this is who they are, because you're right. It's as if they remembered, oh, guys, no, we just dipped below 500. We have to win this one.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly frustrating, and yet there I am every night watching.
I'm watching it yesterday, 7-0, and Donna really's walking by, and she goes, they're losing 7-0. Doesn't that team have a whole bunch of people that have COVID? And I'm like, yeah, they're also selling players off, like trading people between games because they're being sellers at the trade market. She goes, well, then how are the Phillies losing 7-0 and they already lost the first game?
What an idiotic move, by the way, by the Nationals to start Scherzer. I knew it worked for them, but what a dumb move.
Like now they say the Dodgers thing came about quickly. They're going to get him and Trey Turner
because it was originally the Padres.
Yeah,
right. So I don't know. Do you think that? I mean, do you think Scherzer went to them and said, "No, I want to keep my arm going like regular rotation. Let me start." How does that play out? Why the hell did they start Scherzer?
No idea.
Yeah, it screws over the Phillies, obviously, because it would have been better for a bullpen game.
But then they gave us one back because Brad Hand probably is able to close out that second one.
Yeah, I love that. They trade Hand between Thursday and Friday. Like, they're in total chaos. They have 12 members of their team, not all players, that test positive for COVID on Wednesday. They come in on Thursday and beat Zach Wheeler. They're up 7-0 in game 2. This is a team in total disarray, and the Phillies are having trouble getting splits with them. Could
catch the fever.
I swear I'm I
who starts
hate
tonight?
this team. I hate this team.
And is it Vince tonight?
Yeah, so
get excited.
We're going to get 3 strong starters against Pittsburgh. Hold them off.
Get excited.
So
What would you say
Velasquez going
you do
tonight.
here?
Oh, my God.
Anytime you have a chance to get excited about a guy with a nearly 1.5 whip, you do it, Bob. You take it and you run. I can't wait to see Vinny V take PNC Park Field tonight in Pittsburgh. Woo!
At least they're playing another team that sold. They already sold.
Yeah, they stink.
They sold this Tyler Anderson guy.
Did they?
Phillies probably should have been in on him. Yeah, but
Left-handed pitcher?
Yeah, he went to Seattle.
He goes like more than 5 innings pretty much every time he starts.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
happened there?
He went to Seattle.
Oh, I thought the Phillies were going to get him, though.
They offered the best prospect of the bunch, and somehow still didn't get him.
Somebody swooped in and got him instead?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyler Anderson joins the likes of J.D. Drew as great former Phillies.
Kind of weird. Kind of weird how it all played out. But and to top it all off, you have 2 starters leave with injuries. Bryce Harper's back tightened up.
And Reese.
And he says, no, I'm fine. I'll be able to go tomorrow. And Reese Hoskins leaves with an apparent, was it groin?
Yeah, it looked like a groin.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Is they got that going, and you have nobody on the bench to replace them.
Is the Harper injury stuff, do you think that's more Girardi pulling him, or is it Harper actually being injured?
So this is twice now.
I feel like at this point, anytime Bryce Harper leaves the game, it's a dinged up injury, and I don't think it's him. I think it's Girardi treating him like Bubble Boy.
Wow. Because, all right, so it's the second time that they've had a when did he sit out the second game of the doubleheader because he was dehydrated? That was at the beginning of the week?
That
or
was coming back
last
from
week?
that was coming back from the break.
Okay. So, doubleheader then, and they sat him game 2 because he was dehydrated. Last night, he gets pulled because of back tightness. You might be onto something, Pat. Back tightness, and immediately says after the game, I'll play tomorrow night.
And then there was the one where he took it off the foot, too, in the middle of those 2.
So he took one off the foot in the middle of those 2, thought it was broken, and then the next night goes out and steals 3 bases.
So that's like 3 or 4 times over the last 3 or 4 weeks that he's been pulled from a game.
Well, the night that he hit the foot, did he get pulled or did he stay in? He went to first.
I thought he got
maybe
pulled
they
late.
pulled him out and they didn't put him back into the. Maybe he didn't go back into the field, but I don't know. It all adds to the what the hell is up with this team. I just don't understand them at all. I don't know. I hate to say this. I almost was rooting for them to lose yesterday, so I could say, all right, that's it. I'm done.
What are you, the afternoon host?
I could devote more time to the Olympics. Because that's what deserves our attention.
Yeah, we don't cheer for them to lose on this show.
No, we do not.
We leave that to 2 to 6.
No. Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages for the summer. Chips Ahoy smoothies, milkshakes, and more. Gotta have a Wawa. That sounds like right up your alley, James. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pat, how do we pronounce Phillips' last name, the power forward that the Sixers took last night in the NBA draft with their second pick?
Let me look real quick.
Petrusev? Petrusev?
I think it's Petrusev.
It's no one gives a bleep.
Petrusi.
It's a Petru not gonna be here.
So
Philippe.
It's a Philippe heading to Delaware.
Yeah, exactly. Last night was the NBA draft. I think most of us were looking at our phone, getting our updates, seeing if there was any Ben Simmons there. There was really nothing about the draft.
I didn't
think
expect
that was gonna
it. Did you?
Excite all. I did not.
I saw a lot of people like, why is Ben Simmons still here? I'm like, because it wasn't going to happen tonight.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head, and we talked about it yesterday.
You got to see what Dame market is.
Exactly. You got to check the Dame market. Now, something that took a hit, and you and I were texting each other about it last night. So Russell Westbrook gets moved out of Washington.
Great news.
Is heading out to the Lakers. We'll talk about that in a second, too, as far as... So maybe it's not great news. He gets moved out, and it appears from all the stuff that I saw...
Oh, yeah, Kyle Kuzma is going to form a big 3 with Bradley Beal? Get the hell out of here.
No, that Beal...
Yeah, okay.
Well, local reporters that cover Washington were saying that Bradley Beal has made it known that he doesn't want to leave Washington and that they were trying to get shooters to build around him. And in the first round, they take the kid from Gonzaga, who was considered the best shooter in the league. And I was and I was kind of like, ooh, that might be real.
I'm not worried about that at all. They brought in KCP, Kuzma... Well,
I don't think those are the pieces that they're looking at.
Yeah, but I see people going, that's a solid veteran haul. No, it isn't. It's crap.
throw-ins.
It's dime a dozen
throw-ins.
NBA player.
Yeah,
Russell Westbrook.
A year after getting crap. Like the Wizards didn't give up much for him.
Yeah, it's Russell Westbrook is what he is right now. Can he be successful as a third option? Maybe, but you know how I feel about Russell Westbrook. I think he's incredibly overrated and has been for a while. I mean, Bradley Beal's going to stay for what? Like, I understand him and Dame have been the loyal soldiers that stick with the team. Okay, that runs out eventually.
Yeah.
What's keeping Bradley Beal in D.C.?
I don't know.
Besides
don't know.
loyalty.
Loyalty. We've seen guys do it, though. I mean, you could have said the same thing maybe about Dame Lillard a few years ago or other stars around the league that
Bradley Beal's got to be, 7-8 years down there already?
Yeah, they're on teams. What is Beal? Is Beal 28-ish, I think?
Yeah, I want to say 28 off the top of my head.
I don't know. All the things that I was reading yesterday
just turned 28.
And it was from people around the league that are knowledgeable people around the league. There wasn't anything that said, nah, the talk is Beal wants to stay, but he's not. He's going to be on the move. Everybody seemed to think that he wants to be there.
Yeah, that sounds great and all.
All right.
I don't necessarily buy it yet. He just finished his 9th season in D.C. Like, that's where Dame was at in Portland.
Yeah.
That becomes a breaking point.
Beal's been in the league 9 years.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2012.
Wow.
But, I mean, what's he hanging on to? There's no real hope there. What? How Machimura is going to turn into a big three?
Yeah, you had another coaching change out. He's probably been through 3 coaches in his 9 years.
Yeah, like, all these reports sound great and all. I don't buy it.
No.
Not yet, no.
I thought them getting rid of Westbrook.
That opened up the Simmons intrigue for me.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Because you couldn't have Simmons and Westbrook in a backcourt.
No, you couldn't. But here's what scared me off on it, too. When I was reading reporters that I trust saying, well, now they're going to surround Beal with shooters.
Okay, good luck.
Ben Simmons isn't a good shooter, in case we haven't heard.
Well, no, Ben would be going for Beal.
No, I know, but I just meant if something else kind of came up. Yeah, I don't.
You know who you surround Ben Simmons with? Really good shooters.
Yeah, right.
It's like every team in the NBA wants really good shooters.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this. I don't know what's going to happen. Bradley Beal, from all the things that I read yesterday, I just don't have confidence that he's coming out of Washington. I don't.
I mean, I want Dame.
Yeah.
So Bradley Beal's the consolation prize, and it's a pretty damn good consolation prize. I still don't buy it. I could see him being on the move.
Yeah, it's gonna. Nothing deterred me from thinking that Ben Simmons is not going to be here. I said it yesterday that the Woj grenade on Wednesday, when he said that they're lock and step, or however he termed it, with Rich Paul and the Sixers about getting rid of Ben Simmons. It's going to happen. It looks like it's a foregone conclusion. I didn't expect anything to happen last night. But
Neither
Pat,
did I.
You said you watched the draft up until the very end last night, Pat. I got to the second round.
Georgios went in the last pick.
There you go.
Georgios something.
Anything stick out to you about the draft? And I'm not talking about breaking down who took who. I just mean anything kind of stick out to you about the draft last night? Because I thought not only interest level was kind of lukewarm for me, but I didn't see anything about the production that was all great.
Agreed. Interest level.
I mean, Kevin Nagani was phenomenal.
Interest level was mediocre at best because of what you guys laid out yesterday. We haven't really seen these guys.
Yeah.
Other than Jaden Springer, we were all dialed in at Tennessee basketball.
Oh,
anyone who tells you different, it's just they're foolish. I was a big fan of Kendrick Perkins, though. Big fan of Perk, and I'll tell you when he shined. He's a guy that was probably struggling and definitely struggled with who was the player that he couldn't say his name, James?
Moody.
Yeah.
Moses Moody.
Moses Moody, he could not say. So there's where he struggled, and you might sit there and you're watching, you're going why do they even have this guy? He shined in the second round. His analysis in the second round of, the knock on this guy's fat, and he would sit there and say, I was fat coming out, and once they figure out you can work, they'll be all right. He was entertaining in a part of the draft where you're getting guys that sports radio hosts come in the next day and say, how do you say this guy's name? And the other guy says, nobody gives an F. So I was a big fan of that. He helped it go by quick.
Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of, my wife liked to watch a show last night at 8 o'clock, and she turns it on. I can't stand it, so I get up to walk away. And
what's the show?
Where are you going? BB. What's Big Brothers? Big Brother?
She's
Big
still
Brother?
watching. I didn't even know the show was still on.
Oh my God! I literally, even if I hear that show from a distance, it makes me cringe.
Oh, I'm so thankful my wife doesn't watch that crap.
She and my daughter and her boyfriend love that show. It's unbelievable. They live for it.
Really?
And I just can't stand it. So I went into my bedroom and I was like, oh yeah. At first I turned on Olympic Golf and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. The draft's on. That's how. And I hated it. I hated myself for it. But that's just where we are.
Big Brother, huh?
Yeah, those shows are just like I don't know. I don't care. I think there's you know who's in it this year? I do.
No, I literally have no idea.
Yeah. One of Joe Frazier's sons.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So apparently they go into this house and they have to live together and do stuff and like.
Do they do stuff?
Oh well, last night I walk into the kitchen to get something. I look over and I'm like, "What the hell's going on there?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's what's going on." These two people are under, because there's cameras all over this house. I guess they record everything because that's the game. And yeah, there's two people under a sheet, literally
making
holding a
whoopee.
sheet. I don't know if they were doing whoopee because I think somebody walked in and they kind of threw the sheet away and they're like, "What? We weren't doing anything." It's so stupid.
So just to clarify here, Bobby started off by saying he doesn't like the show and it's stupid. But then he starts breaking it down more than he can break down. More than he can break down anybody in the draft. He starts breaking down Big Brother tape.
Because you need evidence. If you're going to call something stupid, you need evidence. Like somebody sent Jamie a tweet saying like, "Oh, your lavish lifestyle" or whatever. And Jamie goes,
"Enjoy that life your parents gave you, your lavish lifestyle." And I was like, "You realize they're kidding, right?"
And then
I didn't. Now I do.
Yeah, like the guy's making fun of Jamie.
Well, I didn't know all that, so I'm sorry.
Exactly. So that's why, Pat, if I'm going to make fun of something, I need to get my evidence all lined up, all right? Don't you come after me for bashing Big Brother.
It's Bobby Cooney, Bobby Big Brother Cooney.
How'd you do in your hockey game last night?
Let's not discuss that. It's a big 9-1 loss.
Oh, man. Not good. Did you get in a fight or anything? Or
no.
Because word travels far and wide.
It does.
Yeah.
And word's traveling far and wide that I'm a trash player.
Yeah, you're just not getting it done.
I'm
6
still
a.m.
Petro,
hour.
whatever.
6 a.m. hour brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. We got Ricky Bottalico will be coming in maybe even before 9 o'clock today, but he'll be with us at least for the last hour. We'll hit more on Sixers draft stuff, maybe a little bit. We'll learn how to pronounce some of the names of the guys they drafted. Eagles training camp, day 2 yesterday, some goings on there. We'll hit it all. This is the John Kincaid Show. Time at the Fanatic, 6:22.
Hopefully you woke up to $100 in free bets in your account today thanks to that Brad Miller Grand Slam. But if you didn't, not to worry. Hop on BetMGM app, or BetMGM.com, okay? And then you register using my code. It's PatEgan100, and you place $1 on the money line of tonight's Phillies or Pirates game. And then you type in Pat Egan 100 when they ask you for a bonus code. And when the first home run is hit, you're going to end up winning $100 in free bets. Folks, Vince Velasquez is starting this game. You're guaranteed basically to win $100 in free bets because there's no way that one of these two teams doesn't hit a home run. And then you can take your free bets and you could end up betting Jaden Springer to win NBA Rookie of the Year if you want. You could end up betting the Eagles to win the Super Bowl, or you can bet the Olympics currently going on right now in Tokyo. You can bet it all. So download the app or go to BetMGM.com. Use my code PatEgan100. Place $1 on the Phillies or Pirates, and when the first home run is hit, you're going to wake up to $100 in free bets in your account. It's only at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It's a new customer offer, paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincaid Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. It's the return of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest.
Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.
And live, Casino and Hotel, Philadelphia.
It's the biggest party of the year for Philly sports fans.
The countdown is on. 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021 is a free event, but you need a ticket to get in.
Excuse me, what'd you say? Keep listening for ticket giveaways and more special announcements.
And make plans now to be there. Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Oh my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
And Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. See you there.
Calling all auto techs, detailers, painters, bodymen, lot attendants, or other auto specialists. Carvana, the company that invented the new way to buy a car, is hiring for our Delanco Auto Inspection Center. Grow on the go, working with some of the most advanced tools in the industry at one of the fastest growing companies in America. We have open roles for all levels of experience, from hourly production associates with no past experience to master mechanics and certified painters. And our competitive pay, on-the-job training, and company-paid certifications offer all employees a pathway to success. New hires get a great job on day one with the opportunity for a Carvana career. Other benefits include health insurance with 100% of the premium paid by Carvana and other benefits. Grow your career with stability, working with the team that's disrupting the automotive industry. Now hiring for roles at all levels of experience. Go to CarvanaAutojobs.com to sign up. Carvana is an equal opportunity employer.
Team USA is ready for the Olympic Games, and so is Jacob.
Whoa! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Oh yeah, Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig, and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With the best of the Olympics and top streaming apps, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place. Entertainment starts at free with Flex, included with Xfinity Internet.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for only $39.99 a month for 12 months and get a Flex 4K streaming box free. Or ask about a special offer when you upgrade to gig speed internet. Get $150 back. Offer ends August 2nd, so go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New Performance Pro 200 megabits per second. Customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Peacock subscription required.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We'll help you find everything you need to do the job right. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Hello?
Hi, I'm calling on behalf of the Mice Nest.
Mice Nest?
Yes, Mice Nest. It's a nest of mice. They finished chewing through your RV wiring, so the fire should start soon.
Can we cancel that?
Oh, sorry. Once scheduled, they can't really stop because they're mice. A nest of them.
RV owners can't schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, a leader in RV insurance.
Oh, and if you could stay on the line for a quick survey.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Goodyear believes in the power of moving forward. No matter if it's on the track, the court, or the field, movement makes us want to be more. It pushes us to go further, to show the world what we can do. Movement has the unique ability to change our perspective, to challenge us, to work for a better tomorrow. Movement can even bring us together when we're still. Because if we're focused on the next move, we don't have to worry about what's behind us. Goodyear, more driven.
Reddit user FlamoDemo says, "This is the worst phone I've owned. People are always bothering me about it. I'm scared just to use my phone in public as a random someone may just give me a stupid grin or whisper to their friends. I cannot stand the fact that I just can't relate to normal phones anymore."
Are you ready for this life? Find out at Samsung.com/reserve. That's Samsung.com/reserve.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup? Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
Astute observation, Private. Astute.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone?
Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000, plus get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, The Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincaid Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincaid Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch.
That was the footage from my house last night when they selected Jaden Springer, who I just love, Bob.
I couldn't get on my phone quick enough. Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille. We're trying to get by today. Phillies split.
Trying to get by is a good
Trying to get by today, Friday. Phillies split, sports-wise. Sixers, we try to talk about their picks. Egan said, "Who gives a bleep?" this morning as we brought it up.
That was only for the one guy. I'm all Charles Bassied up.
Yeah, Philip Petrushev doesn't get it done for you?
Not at all, but I'm a big Hilltopper fan, Bobby.
Yes, you are.
They call me Patty Hilltopper for a reason. I was dialed into Western Kentucky, so when Charles Bassey went off the board, I was fist pumping.
You mean you didn't watch Petrushev when he was at Gonzaga at all?
No.
WCC Player of the Year as a sophomore? Come on.
No, man.
Pat.
I mean, I'm not a basketball guy.
You should watch him run some pick and rolls for Serbia in the Olympics. It'll excite you.
I think I had like a movie screening or something to go to that night.
Yeah, you got something else going on?
Yeah.
Can you name the most famous Western Kentucky alumni? One is in football. Ooh. Well, one is a very famous director. One's in football. One's in basketball. If you get any of the three, I'll be impressed.
I don't know why, and it shouldn't. Artis Gilmore's in my head.
He's not on the Google short list here.
Okay, well then he's not. He would definitely be.
There was Courtney Lee, the player that played, but that's not him.
Who's the top basketball guy?
Clem Haskins. Then you got Romeo Cornell from the football side of the world.
Yeah,
and then you have director John Carpenter.
No way, John Carpenter.
So the Hilltoppers bringing it.
Karen Carpenter go there too?
Really?
Was that a dad joke? Isn't it?
All right, R.I.P. to Karen Carpenter.
What?
Let's just talk sports.
Okay.
This is bad.
So I lost a bet yesterday.
Is she dead?
And I'm going to have...
She did lose a bet. I'm excited
Karen Carpenter, she's dead.
She died in 83. No more Karen Carpenter. She's dead.
She had an eting disorder. That's how she died.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
let's get it back to the free beers I want.
That's exactly why I said let's get it back to sports.
I want to learn how to pronounce Petrushev's name.
Yeah, you're looking forward to buying me some beers on Monday?
Yeah, so...
You blew it. You blew it. Just admit
Well,
it.
I kind of think you lie a little bit, too. So...
Wow.
Jamie... I said to Jamie, just to backtrack, Jamie asked me to go golfing with him yesterday. I backed out on Wednesday night because I said, look, it looks like there's real bad storms coming in. I don't feel like running from my car and pouring weather, so, let's do it another time. Jamie sends me, and we were supposed to tee off at 11:30.
11:20.
Okay. Jamie sends me a text yesterday at 11:35 saying, I'm on hole 5, not a drop of rain yet. And I'm like, wait a second, dude. You said you were teeing off at 11:20 and you've already gotten 5 holes in 15 minutes? No way.
It was 11:40.
Okay. So in 20 minutes.
I played 4 holes in 30 minutes. I got off early because it was a group of teenage kids, a foursome, and I said, let me get out ahead of you if you don't mind because I'll just be up your butts all day.
4 holes in 30 minutes. That would put 8 holes in an hour. That would put you at almost a 2.5-hour round.
Well, I caught up to people, so it eventually slowed down at hole 5. That's when I could start taking pictures. Anyway, I'm looking forward to my free beers. You blew it. It was a great day. I watched the Phillies at the bar
on Monday.
Had a hot pork sandwich and some Philly Pale Ales. I was thinking of you.
You know, I went to lunch with a couple of my boys yesterday, right as the Phillies game was about to start. It was a couple minutes after.
This drives me nuts.
And it's a popular sports bar. I'm not going to mention the name. Go in with 1,000 TVs. It's 12:15, and not one of them has the Phillies game on. And I look at my buddy, I'm like, what's going on here? Because there wasn't a waiter or waitress around us or a bartender. So we both go look at our phones, and we're like, no, they're playing.
They're down 1-0 already.
Yeah, exactly.
I did the same thing because it wasn't on. We were like, hey, can we get the Phillies game on?
How does this happen?
I don't know because I used to bartend, and our bar manager or restaurant manager would always leave the Inquirer, here's what's on TV page behind the bar, and just be like, make sure everything's on. Like, you feel bad as a customer asking for something that should be on because you always get kind of that unintentional attitude of like, oh, yeah, I guess we can get that on.
I hate asking, I know.
And it's just like, well, it's the Phillies game. I shouldn't have to ask for it to be on.
It also seems like anytime you go into that situation where the bar doesn't have the game on, the things that they do have on are Formula One racing or tennis.
I had 2 women's golf tournaments on yesterday.
Yeah, or like
come on.
softball, or there's some debate show going on with the volume low so
That's
you can't
what
even hear
I love.
it. Like,
I love sports talk show on, and there's no volume. Like, seriously? What? Well, I don't understand that a little bit.
It's frustrating, Bobby.
I was very frustrated, but they
I
were
hate
nice
having
enough.
to ask. It's such an awkward thing.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine
I guess
it.
if nobody else is watching this, and it's like, I don't think anybody is watching this.
No. And I mean, the first thing you need to do as a sports bar is realize, all right, what local teams are playing.
Yes.
What time so I can
As
have it
a
on and
former
ready to go.
bartender, I can tell you it's very important.
Yeah, so.
And I respect a good remote work from a bartender when I see one.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard.
No, it really shouldn't.
It just shouldn't be. But so yesterday, second day of Eagles training camp, James, and some things shook out. What we called for on the show yesterday, we said, what's it going to be? Jordan Mailata? Is it going to be Andre Dillard? And they switched it up yesterday. So it's a competition there.
Yeah, the biggest one of camp, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
I want winners.
So one of the guys and that you and I both are becoming a fan of is part of your linchpin.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, yesterday, defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. Look, we don't know anything about him yet. We don't really know his schemes except for his resume and taking a guess on what he might be running here. But yesterday, his first question in the press conference was about cornerback Steven Nelson, who just got added to the squad, Tuesday?
Yeah. Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, whatever.
Weekend?
It was
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Monday. It was early in the week. Tell me if I'm reading too much into this, but I loved his answer because it's not what Jim Schwartz did. Here's his answer about new cornerback Steven Nelson.
Good, really good. Yeah, it's good to get a vet in that knows a lot of ball, and just got to see what he's comfortable with within our scheme and get him to play to his strengths. And it was a good addition for us.
I loved it.
Yeah,
because
I do too.
Coaching is not forcing your players into a system they're not fit for. Coaching is taking your players' strengths and trying to exploit them and put them in situations where they can do well with what they do well. So for Jonathan Gannon to have the wherewithal to say, well, I don't really know Steven Nelson that well yet. Let me kind of learn what he is and learn how I can apply him to my philosophy. I loved it. I hope it's something he means, he sticks to, and he does for every player, because there's a way to make that happen. And I just love that he's going to try and use guys' strengths to his system and not the other way around.
The maturity level of it kind of coming into play. Now, Jonathan Gannon's 38 years old. Nick Sirianni's, I think, 39 years old. These are young guys.
Same age as me. It's crazy.
Yeah, and when you see Nick Sirianni behind the microphone, some people are a little agitated that he's so hyper and so ready to go.
Guy just loves ball.
I love that about him. There has to be that part, though, where you do dial it back, where the game has to slow down in front of you, which we all know. That's what Gannon's doing here now, I think. It's not like, here we go. He's, okay, let me look and see what we have.
Yeah.
We will adjust. will go. I like everything about this guy. John Kincaid, he was on this guy. I think he got some intel early on about how excited Philadelphia should be about Jonathan Gannon. He's been singing his praises for a while. Yeah, he's done nothing since he got here that has deterred me on that.
When Sirianni got hired, he was more excited about Gannon than Sirianni.
Yeah.
I'm talking Kincade. Like, exactly. Because nobody knew Sirianni was. It's like Jaden Springer. Nobody was dialed into the Colts offense and was excited about Sirianni. But yeah, I remember the day after he came in and he was like, well, actually, the guy I'm excited about is the defensive coordinator.
The only thing that sucks about it is he's probably going to be gone in 2 years.
See, this is and I'm not saying you're wrong at all, but this is what bothers me about sports over the last few years. We can never live in the moment. And you're right. You know, like Temple football, they could never live in the moment because as soon as they had a coach come in that was good, and I'm not saying it's wrong, you throw your hands up and say, yeah, somebody's going to snag them.
No, we lived in the moment.
Okay.
We were able to live in the moment.
Right.
It's easier when you know what you are.
Well, okay, all right, I'll give you that. That's a good point.
It sucks. Don't get me wrong.
But, I told Jamie, a friend of mine texted me, Zion Williamson, is he a Hall of Famer? Like, that crap drives me nuts. The guy's barely played in the NBA, and you're probably right about Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, because he's 38. And if he's
38, if he does well here.
He's already been mentioned as a coaching candidate already down the line. So, it just stinks to know that if he has success, he's all but gone.
Well,
but
let's get the success first.
Yeah, that's why you hire these guys, is they're supposed to be successful. So,
does he have a chance to make this defense good?
I think so. I think they're a better defense on paper this year than they were last year, by far.
By far?
Well, your cornerback 2 is upgraded, correct? Your safety 2 is upgraded, correct?
Yeah.
Your starting middle linebacker.
Safety 1 is who?
Assuming McLeod's back to health.
Now he was put on
Anthony Harris.
He was put on PUP. Yeah.
Anthony Harris is better than Jalen Mills.
Sure, Jalen Mills. He was converted corner.
Eric Wilson is better than whatever they had at linebacker.
Nate Gary?
Yeah, Nate Gary. Steven Nelson is better than Avonte Maddox. Ryan Kerrigan is better than, I don't even know who BG's backup was
last year. Yeah.
I just think on paper they're better. Fletcher Cox got a year older. Javon Hargrave came on late, so if you get a full season of that, I think it's a better defense. I think he's got some toys to work with.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I don't think they're going to be that bad.
The defense has me suspect.
They were 3rd in the league in sacks last year, so you assume that should stay somewhat status quo. Then you improve the secondary. Hopefully, if McLeod is able to return in a decent amount of time,
and if you're getting decent coverage, that sack total might even go up because now you have more time.
I don't know. They're mildly. I don't know if exciting's the right word. It's more than intriguing, but less than excitement.
I was on a Arizona radio show yesterday, and the guy was asking me.
Whoa, Bobby!
Bob, look at you.
What were you talking?
He just. You notice, Jamie? He just casually fit that in there.
Radio stations around the country want me.
I mean, they request me.
Yeah,
the guy was
Bobby blows it up.
Eagles run defense. I didn't realize how bad the Eagles' run defense was last year. He was throwing out stats to me. They were like 26th in the league.
Yeah, it was really weird because they were top 5 run defense for like the previous 4 years before that, and then last year it just went to total crap. I mean, for a while they didn't have linebackers that could stop anybody. Fletcher Cox didn't have a great year last year.
Yeah, if you can't stop the run game, everything else kind of falls away.
True, but I would assume they'll bounce back to more their norm, right?
I don't know. I hope they do. There hasn't been a lot of change on that defensive line as far as run stopping goes. Linebackers, we talked about Wilson. I don't know how great of a run stopper he is.
He's better than Nate Gary.
Singleton seems to be around the ball a lot, but is he making tackles 6-7 yards downfield?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. We'll just see what happens with them. But Jonathan Gannon is a guy that so far has pretty much done everything right by me.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's got.
Yeah, and that's the great part of the Eagles this year. It's kind of no expectations. Just sit back and see what you got and have some fun with it.
Who do you think is the higher ranked side of the ball by year's end, offense or defense?
I don't think it's going to be close. I think offense is going to be. I think the offense is going to be pretty decent.
Top 15 offense in the NFL?
Right around 15. I'll say about middle of the road defense. Yeah, offense.
I think offense they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think top hat, like not top 10, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, 15's
better than
your
16.
benchmark and see if you can go better than that. Yeah.
Defense,
Defense.
But what's crazy is we sit here and we're like, yeah, defense. Jamie, like you're one of the few that I've heard that says, oh, okay, defense could be pretty good. But I think most people are saying defense is going to be probably pretty bad. It's going to be the team Achilles heel. And yet that's the assistant coach that we're going, that's the coaching candidate.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Usually it's like, oh, well, I'm excited about this offensive coordinator because the offense is going to be a juggernaut. It's really good. And yet this is...
Part of it's probably that I was so done with Schwartz. And I didn't think Schwartz was terrible. I just needed a change.
He wasn't. He was bend, don't break.
Yeah, like he was fine. He was just middle of the pack to me.
Right, exactly.
So part of the intrigue is probably with that too, and it could have been anybody, and I'd be excited. But I do think they have some talent on paper.
Yeah, they on paper better than last year. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But as I said,
Steven Nelson is a big upgrade over Avonte Maddox.
Yeah, if you can't stop the run though, everything else kind of falls apart. Even though it's a passing league, but if you can't stop the run, you're screwed. And they haven't really done anything to really shore up that part of their defense, I don't think, unless Eric Wilson comes in here and he's an unbelievable run stopper at linebacker.
Well, I mean, run stopping starts with Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave.
Sure it does, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, those are two highly paid guys that have resumes that are nothing to scoff at, so let's hope they bounce back.
So, just a little recap of yesterday's training camp. We talked about the Andre Dillard, Jordan Mailata battle at left tackle yesterday and wondering if they were going to go with Dillard, and is it because he was a first-round pick? Are they going to let it play out as a real competition there? Yesterday, they put Mailata with the first-teamers at left tackle, so it appears it appears, right, that it's a competition.
Yeah, it sure does. It appears to be the biggest training camp battle for any job. I don't know if there's many starting jobs open. Maybe Dickerson can battle, say, Amalu for the starting left guard. Outside of that, I don't really think there's too many position battles.
Dude, I have not been this excited to watch an offensive lineman play than I am Landon Dickerson. I can't read enough about him. I swear, I'm not kidding you. When I find myself at home getting ready for a show or something, I just find myself drifting to find more stories about this kid. He's a monster.
They say he looks like a tackle that's playing interior line.
He's like 6'6", 330, and they're going to make him he's going to be a center. That's unheard of.
People said that see him in pads down there are just like, what a unit this kid is.
Yeah.
And he's apparently athletic as the day is long, and it's going to be pretty exciting. I really hope he's healthy, one, and then two, can beat out, say, Amalu, which I don't think will be difficult for him.
Yeah, there's been a couple of ankle injuries, a couple of knee injuries, and not just minor ones. Like pretty big. Ones.
Did you see Goddard and Rager failed their the conditioning test?
No.
How is that possible?
You know what?
No, don't worry though, because Jalen Rager, he's back to.
He's got muscle tightness in his lower half.
Starting to feel like himself.
When you don't pass the team, now I had coaches like a college coach. You couldn't practice until you ran like 2 miles in under 15 minutes.
Yeah, we had something like that too, where it was like you had to do a mile in under 7 minutes, and certain amount of sprints in a certain time.
Right, exactly. And then
it was basic, but it was
basic, but you had to come in some decent shape.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what it is at this new coaching staff? Now, I meant to look this up yesterday, but I didn't when I saw the two of them didn't pass. But I didn't see
I'd like somebody today to ask them what the conditioning, like the coaches. Like, what does your conditioning test consist of?
Yeah, because it looks bad. It's
really bad.
You almost think the coaching staff is going to be like, all right, come on, dude, just run, I don't know,
they
run
want
a
you to
mile
pass
or something.
it.
Yeah, this makes us look bad. Besides yourself, it makes us look bad.
Dallas Goedert and Jalen Rager are two. And look, if Rager's hurt, that could be a reason why. I don't know. But these are two guys with a lot to prove.
Yeah. Goedert's your starting tight end. It's his first year as probably the number one tight end from what we can see.
Yeah.
And he can't get on the field because he failed a test.
Yeah, not what you want to hear.
No.
I wonder how they do play the Ertz and Goddard thing.
It's going to be interesting.
Are you going to be doing a lot of 12 personnel because you have to justify Zach Ertz getting paid $12.5 million? Dallas Goedert's on a contract year. You kind of need to justify both.
Yeah.
So does that just mean a lot of 12 personnel?
I feel like it's more important to find out what you have in Goddard.
Yeah, definitely.
To extend him. I mean,
but we know how the Eagles are with high-paid players that they're not getting a return from.
Well, it's a new. I like to think it's a new coaching regime, so that'll be different. But I know it probably won't be. Well, we saw that last year with Alshon. I mean, so
yeah, it's almost like you hope Nick Sirianni does exactly what we were talking about. What Jonathan Gannon appears to be doing. You look and you see who's best at doing what, and you play to that. Now, I don't know. I don't think Sirianni is much of a 12 guy. I don't think he runs a lot.
I don't think he has been, but do you
now
become one?
I don't know. How do you figure that out?
I mean, that's a pretty big mismatch. If Zach Ertz still yields respect from the other team's defense, and I don't know if he does or not anymore, they might just zone bracket coverage him and just figure it out. That could make Dallas Goedert's life really easy and get a lot of mismatches.
Look, they have...
I would imagine it's very intriguing to the coach.
The Eagles' offense is kind of what we've been hoping for the Sixers. They have a lot of guys that it seems like can spread the field. You know, you think of a Devontae Smith, a Miles Sanders, Jalen Reagor when healthy. He was a speed guy coming out of college, let's not forget. Reagor was. I mean, once he got the ball, once he got the ball in his hand, you have guys that seem like they could spread the field on this team, let alone Jalen Hurts, who can run. He's going to garner some attention that way. You would think that tight ends are going to be
Let's get down next
feasting.
week.
Oh, yeah, we have to do that.
All this talk is making me want to go get my own eyes on it.
Yeah, we have to get down.
I want to see how Sirianni and Gannon, their presence. Apparently Sirianni's very hands-on, like pulls guys aside, gets in their face. Yeah. Like this is, and, goes, I think he pulled J.J. Arcega-Whiteside aside yesterday and was like gripping him up.
Did he cut him?
That's coming.
Yeah.
But, you like that. We'll see. I want to get down there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, we have to get our own eyes on it.
Yeah,
right, James?
show outing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
see
in for
Landon
that.
Dickerson.
Maybe after that I'll take you out to lunch.
Ah.
Yeah. I want to see the size of Landon Dickerson.
Yeah.
Because you have some monsters on that offensive line. For them to say he looks big when you have 6'8", 360 Jordan Mailata, when you have, say Amalu's not a small guy. You have some Brandon Brooks. Those guys are big guys. And to say Landon Dickerson comes in here and you're kind of, wow, look at him.
Yeah. I remember when he walked through the doors of the NovaCare complex the day after the draft, I was like, good Lord. He almost took off 2 doors.
Yeah, he is offensive lineman personified.
Yeah.
He just seems like a guy that's gonna come in here and take over. Family Jewelers. Getting engaged? Find the perfect ring at Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination for over 80 years. Visit their showroom on Route 70 in Marlton, online at familyjewelers.com. This is the John Kincaid Show. When we get back, we got to look a little bit more at the Phillies. I think Egan is a little ticked off at this team, doesn't know where to go. Are you in? Are you out? What are we supposed to do? Because they don't seem to be doing anything. Time at the Fanatic, 6:52. And I got to tell you all about FanDuel Sportsbook. In partnership with Valley Forge, is hooking new users up with epic summer games bonus. Just place your first bet on any summer game sport risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back. Insight credit if your first bet doesn't win. To get you started, here's a couple of picks. Take a look at the pool. There's some really good things happening with USA Swimming. Also, I've been telling you all along, although they started bad, the women's soccer team, the men's basketball team, keep an eye on those numbers. Maybe it's something you want to bet. But you can bet on any event, baseball, soccer, track and field, and more. Promotions like this are just one of the reasons why I love betting with America's #1 sportsbook. It's easy to use, safe and secure, fast payouts, and I'm talking in as little as 24 hours. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app with promo code Bob and go for the gold today. That's promo code Bob. 21 and older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincaid Show.
They put it on the air? Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic reminds you.
If you've got a phone, you've got a radio.
Download the Fanatic app. It's free and it's easy to get. Just go to the App Store or Google Play. Listen to your favorite Fanatic shows anytime. In the office, on the road, on the work site, anywhere.
If you've got a phone, you've got a radio.
Right now, your radio is being transformed.
Download the app. Listen now, anywhere.
This is
97.5 The Fanatic.
Calling all auto techs, detailers, painters, bodymen, lot attendants, or other auto specialists. Carvana, the company that invented the new way to buy a car, is hiring for our Delanco Auto Inspection Center. Grow on the go, working with some of the most advanced tools in the industry at one of the fastest growing companies in America. We have open roles for all levels of experience, from hourly production associates with no past experience to master mechanics and certified painters. And our competitive pay, on-the-job training, and company-paid certifications offer all employees a pathway to success. New hires get a great job on day one with the opportunity for a Carvana career. Other benefits include health insurance with 100% of the premium paid by Carvana and other benefits. Grow your career with stability, working with the team that's disrupting the automotive industry. Now hiring for roles at all levels of experience. Go to CarvanaAutojobs.com to sign up. Carvana is an equal opportunity employer.
Sure, you managed to sweat through another summer with that rickety old AC. But it wasn't easy, was it? Some days it felt like even your sweat stains had sweat stains. Take care of next year's problems today with special financing offers and rebates on the new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane. With a whole-house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval.
Sebastian Maniscalco. Nobody does this tour.
Like when we went to the zoo as kids, that's all you got was the zoo. You ate in the car before we go in. What? They got food inside. You think I'm gonna pay? And when you got hungry, you left. Dad, I'm hungry. Okay, let's go.
Sebastian Maniscalco, live on stage at Wells Fargo Center November 24th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at wellsfargocenterphilly.com.
Good morning, privates!
Good morning, drill sergeant!
I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
Astute observation, Private. Astute.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone?
Yes, drill sergeant!
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Great values are happening now during Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Stop by the Pro Desk and get an extra 5% off volume savings orders over $1,500. Plus, look for limited time values across the store, including tools, appliances, and other pro essentials to help you get the job done right. Shop today at Lowe's, the new home for pros. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Terms and exclusions apply. See Pro Desk in store for details. Now through July 30th. U.S. only.
If an education can help you prepare for a career change, here's an opportunity. University of Phoenix is awarding up to $1 million in new scholarships this month. You could earn between $2,000 and $3,000 in a non-cash tuition scholarship. See which one you may qualify for at phoenix.edu.
According to research, 82% of people remember radio ads. So, 82% of you listening will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. 82% of you will note that if you're hiring, ZipRecruiter finds qualified people for your job. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And 82% of you will remember that you can try ZipRecruiter for free. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. Again. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? Look for the signs. Do they have a home and or car? Are they saving lots of money? Do they seem unusually happy? Do they have a child named Geico?
Geico, dinner time!
Have they recently purchased a drone? That's unrelated to the Geico thing. I just really like to try one. But if you notice these other things, you may want to ask them how easy it was to bundle with Geico. Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
The moment you fire up a Gator UTV, the engine has your full attention. The completed job is on the horizon, and the trail meets its match. Just like that, you made short work of a long to-do list. Run with us on a John Deere Gator UTV. With effortless four-wheel drive at the flip of a switch and our smoothest shifting transmission yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere Gator for more.
In business, days don't just come and go.
Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Yeah. John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille getting it done here. John will be back on Monday as he finishes up his envelopes, his trip to Las Vegas.
What's your guess, up or down on the week?
What's my guess of what he'll say?
or the reality, either one.
I think he'll be up.
Well, if he was up the first 2 days and he puts it aside.
Oh, did he say he was up the first 2 days?
Didn't he say he had record?
He texted me and said it's the best 2-day run he ever had.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
So he puts that aside, and then he plays with each day's.
Yes.
So it would be hard for him to go down then, right? By his system?
He said he had record performances his first 2 days?
Yeah, but we don't know.
Yeah, that could be 80.
That could be $32 for all we know.
Yeah, could be. I will say that he'll come back and say that he
won, but not a ton.
Yeah, I'll say that he'll say that he did okay. Meaning he won, but nothing extravagant.
We need some numbers here.
I think, Pat, what do you think? You think he's going to come back and say he won big?
No, I don't think he'll say he won big. But I think he'll be up.
Okay. Anybody, Coach, you think
I think he'll be up more than
$100?
I think he'll be up more than $100.
Do you think he'll talk about a bad stretch that he had? Like, oh, man, on Wednesday for like 4 hours, I was like 200 down. Is he going to tell us any bad stories, Coach, you think? All good? All sunny in John's world?
Yeah. No, everything's going to be great. And he will tell us.
Yeah, I think he'll be honest about that stuff.
Oh, he'll tell us.
But no, he'll tell us until our ears bleed.
Wow, Coach.
That's got a nice shot there.
Shots fired. Jeez,
Wow.
man.
Right?
Guy's not even here to defend himself.
That was aggressive.
Wow.
You are aggressive today.
I'm going to rat you out, Coach.
He's probably just getting out of Circus du Soleil, and this is what you do to the guy?
My God. Just keep your voice down, Coach. We don't want to interrupt anybody or, have anybody yell at us.
We're having a meeting in here, Coach.
Yeah, we're
keep it down.
Trying to talk. So Phillies yesterday, another aggravating day. It ends well. You get the walk-off grand slam.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, that was a no doubt about it. My God, he was 3/4 of the way done his swing, and
yeah, he knew it as soon as.
Not me.
Yes, it was my computer. I just muted it.
Come on, man. Every time with you.
I had to listen to Kendrick Perkins mispronounce Moses Moody.
That was hysterical.
But Bob was in the middle of a really good start to something, and you ruin it with muting your computer. And how does muting your computer end up getting that sound?
Well, I muted it as it was making it.
He muted it after the fact. So, I don't know. But anyway, Brad Miller does hit a grand slam, walk-off grand slam yesterday.
He knew that one right away.
Everybody did. I'm sitting there, and as I said to you guys, I'm getting ready to send our show sheet stuff. As soon as he swings, I said, up, ball game, grand slam. That thing was a no doubt about it. That was a shot.
Yeah.
So, all right, it leads you back to 3.5 games out. Do they have a chance? You go to Pittsburgh this weekend. Pittsburgh just sold a lot of things. They're not looking to win anything right now. Pat, the game gets done yesterday. They're 51-51. You keep saying that you hear my voice in your head,
which I don't like.
What are they? Oh, I wouldn't like my voice in your head either. What are they going to do?
They need to add. I was seeing this a lot on social media yesterday, and look, I understand why you lose game one, you get down in game two, 7-0. But the idea that they shouldn't add, if they're a 500 team and they're chasing a team that is banged up and injured, why wouldn't you add? If you're a 500 team, you add, you theoretically get better. I don't understand the logic of like sell. Because it's not like this is an insurmountable, number in between them and second or first place. I mean, very obtainable. They have an easy schedule down the rest of the way. They go from the Nationals, who they shouldn't have split against. They shouldn't have. I mean, you guys laid it out. They're selling. But they go from the Nationals, who were in the process of selling, to Pittsburgh, who has already sold. This division is wide open. It's up for grabs, and the Phillies have the easiest schedule. I don't understand the logic and the argument that you shouldn't buy. So that leads to the question of what the hell are they doing?
I saw a stat yesterday. I believe it's the Mets are 22-23 in their last, 45 games?
What was that number?
I believe they're 22-23 in their last 45 and haven't let up a game.
Unbelievable.
So the Phillies have had every opportunity in the world to take advantage of a depleted Mets team, and they just sit on their hands and are telling you that Matt Moore, Vince Velasquez, and Spencer Howard and bullpen games are okay.
Pat just laid it out. It's Pat, you said it quietly, but I feel like screaming it from the rooftops every day. What the hell are they doing?
I couldn't believe that yesterday they entered a bullpen game with Christopher Sanchez starting.
They're 3.5 games out.
The fact that we thought it couldn't get any worse with Vincent Velasquez starting, and then they go, no, hold my Mountain Dew, and they throw out Christopher Sanchez.
Are they trying not to win this division?
Like, that's my thing. Like, what is Sam Fold doing?
Like,
what is Dave Dombrowski doing?
Why should we invest ourselves into this team the way we have with the reopening and they still have a shot and all the things that we've laid out on this show for the last 2 weeks? And it's real. We're not making things up here to do a radio show. I know yesterday I was going to be out, and then they hit a grand slam, and I said, oh, my God, they did it again.
They pulled me back in.
They put the hook in my shirt, and they're reeling me back in a little bit, or at least they're keeping me from swimming away, from escaping. But why should we when they seem to be not caring about winning this division at all? They're doing nothing.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens today. I would think they have to get some sort of pitching.
They weren't rumored on anything yesterday.
No, they really weren't.
Nothing. I didn't see their name pop up in a mention at all.
And even if they went out and got Craig Kimbrell, who a week ago I thought was the answer, it doesn't address the starting pitching you have.
You don't have.
Yeah, you don't have. And Zach Eflin, there's no guarantee he's back to being a serviceable pitcher.
No, tendonitis is something, knowing a little bit about it because there was a lot of that going around when I was covering the Sixers. It is something you can live with and go through. It's up to you, though. It's how much pain tolerance you can deal with. It just is that. But as we all know, with a pitcher, mechanics is everything. And if you're changing your mechanics even a little bit because that knee, I don't know which knee it is, right or left. If it's his right, he's pushing off. It's his left, he's landing. If you're changing anything just a little bit, and a 95 on the outer corner becomes 93 right down the middle, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. And it does nobody good to go out there if you can't perform to even what Zach Eflin's level was.
Yeah, pretty much all the contenders have made moves, more or less. And, I guess the Phillies are telling you that they don't really think they're much of a contender. And look, they're not in the grand scheme of things. Nobody's saying they're going to make the World Series. But I think after a decade, we'd all like to see some playoff baseball.
I wouldn't mind.
Just give me a series, get a taste in their mouths of what it could be like here.
11
years.
No, 11 trades went down yesterday.
Yeah.
11.
And I kid you
not. And this
not.
is going to blow your mind, guys, but some of them actually were pitchers.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking Max Scherzer. I'm talking like Danny Duffy level pitchers.
Danny Duffy would be great here.
You would be great here. I mean, like, what the hell are they doing? 11 trades go down? 11?
I mean, it sounds repetitive because we keep saying it, but honest to God, what have they showed us, the fan, the people that are buying tickets, those of us who are on the fence of, you know what, screw them, they're not going to do this. Oh, my God, a grand slam, they just won a game. Maybe they're still in it. The Mets don't scare anybody, really. What are they doing to let us know that they're thinking something, anything, now, future, whatever it may be? There's nothing going on here.
Think about this. Their 2021 trade deadline has played out like the last decade of Phillies baseball. I mean, it just encompasses all of it. Because their 2021 trade deadline was, we almost traded for a guy.
Yeah.
and it fell through.
Yeah, say what you want about Klentak. At least he made moves.
And you know what?
Tried.
That's exactly right.
And didn't give up much in the process. It is doable.
We can disagree on whether you sell or buy. We can disagree. You certainly can make cases for both. And the two of you have made the cases to buy and try to win this division because you're only 3.5 games out. I would understand if they sold. I would understand if you said, look, even if we made the playoffs this year, we're really not going to go anywhere because our pitching is lacking. We're looking towards the future. But do something. Show us that you're doing something. And they are doing absolutely nothing. It is the most frustrating thing. I have such a love-hate relationship with this team right now. The lights I've never seen before. And it's something I wanted to ask you guys about. A little side topic. And you can jump in on it, 610-632-0975. This love-hate relationship that we have with the Phillies, it's not healthy. It's really not healthy.
No.
But do you recall a player in the past? I want to keep it local. A local player, or you can expand it. You can go wherever you want. But a former athlete, or maybe it's current, that you had just an unbelievable love-hate relationship with. That, oh my God, he would drive you crazy at times, but you still wound up loving the hell out of him. You have one, Pat, off the top of your head? Do you really?
Shane Victorino.
Shane
Victorino is one of the dumbest baseball players I think I've ever watched.
But he was our dumb center.
And not talking like intellectually. I'm talking like baseball dumb. Situationally, he'd make the dumbest moves. He'd steal second base, leaving a base open with Ryan Howard at the plate. He'd steal third, and it would be the third out of the inning. Situationally, he wasn't a smart baseball player, and it would drive me nuts. Against the Giants in, 2010? Against the Giants in that clinching game where they lost to Jonathan Sanchez and they got eliminated, he made, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he made a dumb decision that I cursed quite a bit in the stands because it was just such a Shane Victorino-esque play. He was very frustrating to watch, man. Very frustrating. But, to your point, he was our dumb baseball player, and he was very productive, and he was exciting at times. And you look back at his career as a Philly, and it's the grand slam off of CC. So it's like, I would take him back in a heartbeat, obviously. I would take those knuckleheaded moves, but yeah, he came.
Do you have anybody in mind? Because I think there's an overwhelming big one that probably everyone in this city would say, oh, yeah, him too.
I was going to say, does Ben Simmons qualify?
Well, Ben Simmons is a real good one.
Because for 5 years, I loved the dude thinking this next step was going to come. And looking back on it, I never should have thought that.
Yeah.
So that frustrates the hell out of me, but I did love the guy. Like, even if he goes elsewhere, I'm not going to have a hate for... Like Carson Wentz, I have a little bit more hate towards. Sports hate, whatever.
Sure.
I had to clarify
all
that
of
sometimes.
It's sports related. It has nothing to do personally.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to hate Simmons.
No. It was weird yesterday.
I still have a soft spot for him. Even though I want him out.
Yeah, somebody sent yesterday on, I believe it was on Twitter, just highlights of Ben Simmons saying,
yeah, I saw that.
So this is what you're going to miss.
Do you think Daryl Morey's paying these basketball accounts to put these highlight packages out there and remind the league and fan bases that, no, you want Ben Simmons on your team?
No, I think teams around the league probably know exactly what he is.
Yeah.
You would think.
I was hoping out hope last night that SGA and maybe a Ben Simmons and picks. I thought it was like 5% chance.
Yeah, I didn't even have it that. Like
that was the only thing.
I didn't expect him to go anywhere.
Because then I was like, you know how your warped brain works. I was like, well, all right, if they then they'll have Springer and SGA, and maybe they package that with a Thibault, and you can go get Dame that way. You know, like idiots. You know, you're just walking out all the scenarios, and I'm like, nothing's gonna happen.
I thought one of your love-hate guys would be former Eagle quarterback Donovan McNabb.
No, I love Donovan.
Yeah.
But he was corny.
I would say no.
I think a lot of people in this city, because of, rightly or wrongly, the way the city viewed Donovan McNabb, were kind of like,
Number 5 will always love you.
Yeah, he is the all-time greatest quarterback in this organization.
Yeah, I could never hate that.
But at the same time, now,
he put his foot in his, he put his foot in his mouth like an awful amount, and I wish he would have had T.O.'s back.
There's bad throws. Yeah, the T.O. thing.
He gets blamed a lot for the fact that they didn't get over the hump because of those NFC Championship losses, which some of them definitely were his fault. I mean, he just... I think Rondé Barber picked off another interception during the show so far.
Kevin Curtis's 4th and 6 in Arizona shouldn't have been thrown at his ankles.
So even in Arizona, I don't blame that on him because
he came back.
The defense couldn't stop Larry Fitzgerald at all. I mean, their defense got torched that game.
Yeah, but Donovan still had a chance.
But he's the quarterback. I mean, he threw for 330 and threw 3 touchdowns and an interception, and he gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's but that's my point. You're literally proving my point.
I love McNabb. I was there. The play I remember more than anything was 4th and 6. Kevin Curtis is streaking open towards the sideline, and look, whatever he did up until that point is kind of irrelevant. He threw it at his ankles.
The play I remember is Larry Fitzgerald running roughshot all over the Eagles' secondary.
That's great, but McNabb, he came up small in a clutch situation there.
Well, see, the way you guys are going back and forth, talk about proven point, that's the way Philly is. So there is a love-hate with Donovan.
Sure, he's not for me, but I get why he is for some.
Yeah, I wonder if we did a poll, James. I wonder who would
John
win that.
loves those. We should get one in.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players that this city has seen throughout the years that you're talking love-hate relationships with that would be interesting to talk about. So if you have one, 610-632-0975. So we're talking a little bit of Eagles, even though it was Don McNabb. But yesterday, second day of training camp. And Jamie and I are excited about the same thing. And that's this defense, although it's a question mark, the whole team's a question mark. Let's face it, the whole team's a question mark. But Jonathan Gannon just seems like a guy I think that can reel this thing in and maybe tighten up this defense that has some extra players that might be a little bit better on paper, as you said, Jamie.
Oh, tight, yeah.
And he talked yesterday about the toughness that he wants his defense to be, and it's going to be something that he's going to allow to happen in practice.
It's actually awesome because we obviously have an offensive head coach, and he believes in it. So, a lot of people out there that are offensive head coaches, they don't want to see that. And Nick believes that that's the best thing for the team, the offense and the defense. So he allows us to do that. Now we got to clean it up because we don't want guys on the ground at times. But on defense, we're going to play with a stinger, and I'm not going to take that stinger away.
Now, he was talking about the hitting that goes on in practice and that Nick Sirianni's okay with it if Gannon wants his guys to be going pretty hard. The one thing that I love that he said, we don't want guys on the ground all the time. But sometimes it seems like it's okay.
Well, he's a football guy. They all have the meathead gene in there somewhere.
We've been a little bereft of that, I think, over the last few years. Like physicality-wise, or the talk of physicality-wise, bend, don't break doesn't reek of physicality on defense, right, James? Chains, sticks, defense, that doesn't reek of physicality.
No, not
Jonathan
at all.
Gannon's coming in here and talking of physicality, and I think it's a really welcomed listen for Eagles fans.
Yeah, I guess you're not going to see a lot in the preseason games as far as overall scheme, and you keep it pretty bland and vanilla for the fringe guys. But I can't wait for week 1. Obviously there's just general Eagles excitement, but we have no idea what either of these coaches are all about. We're going to see 2 brand new systems. And we have no idea.
No.
And we're hopeful because I think a lot of people were just sick of Jim Schwartz by the end. And Doug, it sure felt like he just kind of gave up last year. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he's got too much pride for that. But that's what it felt like. So just 2 new systems in itself is exciting.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was asked yesterday of what happened with Doug Peterson.
I don't know.
And that's what I said. I think there's a big story there. But so the guy that was asking me is an outsider guy from Arizona, outsider looking in, saying, they won a Super Bowl. USA women just went down 1-0.
Yeah,
Soccer.
they did.
They won a Super Bowl, the guy was saying. He's gone 3 years later? What happened there?
Yeah, it's really rare.
It is. And, I think the guy was alluding to, was there a burnout? Was there just, total discourse among the organization?
I got a ton of balls.
I don't know what it was, but
I lose my freaking mind. We better figure this out.
He did get very, very bland last year, and
extremely
an infusion, and that's why I think I'm excited about, or I shouldn't say excited. I kind of like the excitement that Nick Sirianni is showing because there's an infusion of energy that needed to be made into this organization, and maybe Sirianni and Gannon are just what you were looking for in these type of things. So we'll have to see how it plays out. We don't know exactly schematically what they're doing offensively, what they're doing defensively, but it's going to be fun to watch. And
at least it'll be different. At least it'll just be something different.
Exactly. I mean,
it won't be going for it on 4th and 8.
It won't be going for 2-point conversions when you go up 6-0, 5 minutes into a game.
Look, at times I loved. But last year, it just seemed like it was a momentum killer for the team.
You know what? There was nothing that ticked me off worse with Doug Peterson than scoring an early touchdown, going for 2 and not getting it. You talk about momentum, Pat. I agree with you. To me, it's like, are you kidding me?
Well, and I think part of the reason why he did that, though, was I don't think they had a lot of faith in Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
At least I didn't have a lot. I have zero faith in Jake Elliott.
Does Jake Elliott have faith in Jake Elliott?
I mean, you hung out with him. I don't know.
No, I didn't hang out with him.
Oh, I just got yelled at on our YouTube page by Kristen from Florida. Yo, Bob, no soccer spoilers, please. I'm going to watch when you guys sign off at 10. My bad. Maybe I was kidding. I don't know. All right, no more soccer spoilers.
It's time for you to shut the up.
Yep, that's what we're going to have to do here. Oh, well. So, Jamie, yesterday, they do throw, just to hit on this again, they do throw Jordan Mailata back at the left tackle spot. Andre Dillard takes a seat with the second teamers, I guess, but Mailata gets promoted to that first team. Do you think it's going to be an honest competition? How do you think this is going to play out?
Yeah, I think it's the only training camp battle, really. I mean, John's right in that Howie's not going to want to just give up on a first-round draft pick that's only played, 4 or 5 games, I think, at most?
Yeah, something like that.
So they're going to have to take a look at him. I still think Mailata wins at the end of the day, just because that's a mountain of a man, and on top of it with his athleticism, I don't see how you don't go with that, especially because he's in a contract year, and Andre Dillard has another year remaining still. So it's like, all right, well, let's find out what Mailata is, because he's looked like more the future left tackle than Dillard ever has. So
Mailata just excites me. I'm sorry.
I think he excites every Eagles fan.
I nothing against Dillard, although there is kind of something against Dillard, I guess, of the stuff that came out of preseason 2 years ago, the fight, all of that stuff.
I can clean slate that,
I can.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't, right?
I can't. I mean, look, the guy was crying over a fight with his teammates. What happens when he's actually facing the other team? Like, you got a guy who's getting bullied by his teammates, and I use bullied loosely. I mean, it's training camp, for Christ's sake. You're in the heat of the moment. You're playing left tackle, and you have a guy on the other side, like a Brandon Graham type, who's heckling you, and it's getting in your head. It's clearly, like, if your own teammates are able to get in your head, that's concerning to me.
Yeah.
Jordan Mailata has performed better. He's younger. He's cheaper. Like, this isn't rocket science here. Like, it should be an easy one-way street.
I just want to see 6'8", 360 out on that left side. I think that is so cool.
Well, from the little training camp, snippets we were getting from reporters yesterday, apparently Dillard didn't face too well against Eric Barnett and his spin moves, and then when Mailata was out there, handled him with ease.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't really think it's a competition, but I think they want to give him the chance as a first-round pick to at least see.
I'm anxious for that competition, and I hope to God
I'm
Mailata
anxious for it
gets
to be over.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care about Andre Dillard.
I'm anxious for this break.
Liberty Mutual Insurance, where you only pay for what you need. Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. John Kincaid Show here at 97.5 The Fanatic. When we get back, some more Eagles talk. Jamie has a serious question about it. How do you look at the season going in? Time at the Fanatic is 7:22.
Let's take a minute and talk about the awesome game day experience down at Subaru Park with your Philadelphia Union. It's a game day experience like no other. Our own coach takes his son down almost every game. They love it down there. It's one of the best sports experiences in Philadelphia. It's so much fun. You get to cheer along with the Sons of Ben. You get the insane river views. And most importantly, you get to dupe. The crowd is always electric. The fans bring the action and excitement the entire game long. Philly is now a 5-for-5 city, and the Union is Philly, and our guy, Orland's finest, the pride of Orland, head coach Jim Curtin, is Philly through and through. This team has some serious talent. They're young, they're fiery, and they're just plain exciting to watch. You have 2020 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year, Andre Blake, leading goal scorer, Katzper, and, of course, the captain, Alejandro Bedoya. This team has grit, they have heart, and they play with a chip on their shoulder. The Union will be at Subaru Park this Sunday, August 1st, which is also Military Appreciation Night. Do yourself a favor and get out to the game. You'll have a blast. So grab your tickets at PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
The John Kincaid Show.
You're a middle-aged man. You can't be a DJ.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by United Rentals Power and HVAC. For all your power generation and HVAC rentals in the tri-state area, visit UnitedRentals.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Listen! My uncles over at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, well, they're going all out with the summer savings. Yeah, while other dealers across the country are experiencing record low inventories, Family is prepared. Hundreds of new vehicles in transit and arriving daily. The uncles got the hookup for you. Shop now, they'll put your name on it. That's right. Whatever vehicle you want, they'll get it for you. Uncle Greg, Uncle Paul, they'll call you the moment it arrives. You could pick it up or take delivery. The uncles, man, they always come through. And at Family, you'll always get the best deal. Why wait? Reserve your new car today during the Make This the Summer event. Complete the entire car buying process online. They'll deliver it right to your doorstep. You'd rather visit in person, they'll make that easy and safe too. Just schedule an appointment. They'll take care of the rest. Go to FamilyAutos.com. Just remember, at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you're more than a customer. Yeah, you're family. See the uncles for details.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. For dinner made fresh, delicious, and just for you, Wawa's got you covered with fresh baked pasta and delicious burgers every day starting at 4 p.m. Choose pasta options like penne and meatballs, fettuccine alfredo, or create your own pasta bowl. Or enjoy the burger you crave, made with your choice of cheese and toppings on a brioche bun. Even better with a side of fries. There's a dinner option for every craving, every day starting at 4 p.m. Enjoy dinner your way at Wawa.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Sadness and misery, I don't feel either of these. I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Hey, man, what's wrong?
Well, it just didn't sound very bluesy.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Oh, hey, Buzz.
Okay, well, let's try it again.
Smile on my face.
Nope, that's still happy.
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Benito's line cook just threw in his kitchen towel.
This order needs to go out right now.
He needs to find help before his customers are left waiting.
So sorry. We'll be right with you. Who's got table 6?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Android users, Bet River Sportsbook is ready for download in the Google Play Store.
Just search for Bet Rivers and download the app. It's never been easier to get in the game. You'll enjoy the ease of use and critical speed of the new Bet Rivers Android app. Bet with a winner. Download the Bet Rivers Android app in the Google Play Store today. Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
Sebastian Maniscalco. Nobody does this tour.
Like when we went to the zoo as kids, that's all you got was the zoo. You ate in the car before we go in. What? They got food inside. You think I'm gonna pay? And when you got hungry, you left. Dad, I'm hungry. Okay, let's go.
Sebastian Maniscalco, live on stage at Wells Fargo Center November 24th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at wellsfargocenterphilly.com.
Now, back to the John Kincaid Show.
A Philly season can sometimes get frustrating. So consider this your morning third.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
97.5 The Fanatic Morning Show, John Kincaid Show. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille, and because he likes us so much, because he couldn't wait until 9 o'clock.
He can't quit us.
He can't. There's a love that you have, Ricky, that you don't even know. Ricky Bo is in the house.
What the hell's he doing here?
I don't know. I don't know why he's here so early. I guess he thinks he gets paid more if he comes in an hour and a half early.
Absolutely not. I came in for relief for you guys. I know you guys had a tough week, and I came in ready to go.
You are. You and I already had a full conversation
we had a fine week. The Phillies didn't. We're fine.
By the way, what are they? 500 team.
Yeah.
That's. Right? I mean, it's a definition, isn't it, of what a 500 team should be? Phillies proved that yesterday. They've been proving it all season. Seems like every time you know what, you get the fish on the hook, got him almost in the boat, and he gets away. That's the Phillies.
That's me yesterday. I was out. I'm ready. I'm getting ready to email these guys about stuff on the show today. And my first thing was, I'm out. They forget about it. Why should I invest myself? And then the grand slam is hit before I got to tell you,
my parents are like out of their mind. Like Phillies. I mean, obviously since I played, they've been like that. But yesterday, she was like, I can't believe it. Oh, my God. You thought I was bad on postgame? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're making Mrs. Batalico angry, Philadelphia Phillies. Come on.
My dad's unbelievable, but they're bad because my mother, obviously, mom's in the kitchen a lot, and she has it on the iPad. Somehow that's quicker than on cable.
So her reaction,
or on the
she was
TV.
Screaming first.
Oh yeah, and then he'd just go off. It was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's not really.
It's not. Jamie had a great line earlier, whether it's true or not, or a great stat earlier, I should say. Over their last 45 games, they're 22-23.
No, the Mets are.
The Mets are.
And haven't let up a game. They haven't let up a game in the standings, and they're 22-23 over the last.
That goes to show just how pitiful the East is.
Right? Yeah.
And quite frankly, I'm not going to sit here and BS you guys. I thought the East was going to be a beast.
So did
coming in this year. I thought the wild cards were coming out of it. I thought I thought the winner of the East was going to be very good. This is pathetic. This is exactly like the NFC North.
Yeah, it's certainly no NL West.
No.
It's the polar opposite of the NL West.
This is getting ridiculous. I mean, they're
super teams now.
Well, it's bad because they're going to be super teams for years.
Well, Trey Turner's arbitration eligible. I would imagine they keep him one more year or lock him up.
They'll keep him. Who knows what the Scherzer deal is at this point, or what? Because I know he
had the no trade
deferred money. He's got a lot of things going on in that contract. I
can't believe they plucked Trey Turner.
That's unreal.
It really is. I was shocked.
And it's almost embarrassing that the Phillies almost lost that second game yesterday.
Yeah, with no Brad Hand.
They should have lost that second game yesterday.
Yeah, because those bullpen guys for the Nationals, that was like watching high school pitchers pitch against major leaguers. That was a joke. Suero, he's got a runner on first base, and he can't throw a strike to McCutchen. You give up the home run, you're still up a run, you idiot.
You said he should have just been lobbing it
I think
in there.
Crux said that on the
By the way,
broadcast.
Aaron Nola couldn't hit water if he fell off of a boat, and you walk him.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's the other thing.
How are you in
Philly's
that
stuck
position?
with two. It wasn't just him. It was Velasquez earlier in the game.
Exactly.
Pathetic.
I know. So Ricky Bo is in the house, and he's brought to us by who, Coach?
He is here courtesy of our good friends at the Twin Spire Sportsbook app.
Bingo!
There it is. And Ricky Bo isn't here just to talk baseball, people. This isn't going to be 2.5 hours of baseball. We have plenty of stuff to talk about. Ricky knows something about everything. He's not just a pretty face.
I know a little about a lot.
Little about a lot.
That's
How's your
right.
golf game?
Excellent.
Yeah, you're like killing it lately.
I don't know.
We're trying to get you on the PGA Tour.
I was always like an 82, 83 type guy. Now I'm like a 74, 75. I don't even know
What are you
why.
making every putt you take?
No, I mean
Every putt's like a 5-footer,
The
he
odd
said.
thing is, I used to have a little banana on my drive. I mean, I hit it a long way when I get it, but now it's kind of down the middle a lot, and it changes
It's
my
weirding
whole
you
game.
out.
It is. I don't know why, but hey, you know what?
Stick with it.
I'll take it.
Sure.
I'll take it.
It makes it fun to play.
You know
doesn't
what's
it?
funny? You brought up golf, Olympics, right? Golf
Yeah,
starts.
I was watching it last night.
It starts at what? Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here? No, 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. Because it's about 6 or 7 there, so it's 13 hours.
So at night. Let me see. Last night I was watching it live at about 9 o'clock because it was 8 o'clock their time.
Have
in the
you
morning.
seen the 17th or 18th holes?
I don't.
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen them yet.
I don't think
There's
so.
a beautiful banana.
I can only get in
I don't know what that was.
so many. Yeah.
The beautiful banana?
No, that noise.
There's a beautiful banana.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got it. So
That's John Gruden when he sees Ricky play.
Hey,
A little banana.
who doesn't have a
Gruden.
banana?
He didn't. He won a Super Bowl, didn't
Yes, he did.
Where?
Some will
let's
argue
not-
what kind of a coach he is, but he did win a Super
With
Bowl.
Tony Dungy's team.
he? I
right?
agree. I agree 100% with Tony Dungy's defense.
I think
You guys know Ricky. He's the Connecticut guy. He's a diehard Bucks fan.
Yeah.
I think
Creamsicle
Gruden
uniforms.
is the most overrated good coach ever.
He's overrated, period.
Yeah,
Come on, dude. He did. Think about they won that Super Bowl, and then what happened to that team?
Yeah, exactly.
Horrible.
And look at his draft history. It's atrocious.
He passed on Aaron Rodgers to take Cadillac Williams.
That's
And he told
that
Aaron
is
Rodgers,
horrible.
like, I'm going to take you if you're available. And he passed on him for Cadillac Williams.
That's John
And
Gruden.
it wasn't like they had a quarterback. They had like Bruce Gradkowski at the time, I believe. It was bad.
Yeah.
We're going to have to
Gradkowski
get
was
you
not
down
good.
to an Eagles practice with us. We're going to go down next week.
You guys got,
If you got nothing going on in
credentials?
the morning. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Weasel our
I'll
way
definitely
in there.
come.
Do you know Coach Camille?
Love
He can
to
get
come.
everything done.
I'll go. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so we'll go down there. So Jamie has a question of how you can watch the Eagles this year after what happened last year, and it's a linchpin.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I heard Anthony talking about this the other day. I don't think most Eagles fans are going to be able to do this. I don't know if I can with the GM, but I'm going to try. He wants to wipe the slate clean of all past war crimes. Enter the year with a fresh mind, a fresh perspective. You know, don't look at Lane Johnson and Brandon Brooks through the prism of injury prone. Don't look at Howie Roseman and his failed 2 drafts 2 years ago. Let's start fresh. It's a new coaching staff, new players, hopefully new energy in that building. He says he can do it. I don't believe him, but I'm going to try to do it myself. The Howie part for me is the hardest one to just wipe clean. There's too many draft failures there to just forget about it. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and go into this with a fresh perspective this year.
I guess we have to because the slate has been wiped clean, right? Your head coach, gone.
Yeah.
Your franchise quarterback, gone. Your defensive coordinator, gone. All these guys that you brought in to help the offense, Marty Morningweg and all those guys, gone.
Yes, that one's the only one remaining.
It kind of is a clean slate.
What do you expect? I think
6 or 7 wins.
Okay, so you're then you're good.
Yeah.
You're good with what the Eagles are doing. It's the people out there that are thinking playoffs or bust that are going to be disappointed.
I had a guy call me last week on Friday night with Devon, and he said, I still think the Eagles are a 10-win team. I was like, I hope you're right, man, but
I think it really depends on what happens to the division. I think all those teams got better. There's no doubt.
Well, I think they're all, what won it last year? 7-9. Didn't Washington win the division
7-9?
7-9?
But they almost beat the Bucks in the playoffs. They were getting better at the end.
They were. You're right.
But Dak is back.
Playing better.
Cowboys.
Dak's back. He's got an injured shoulder.
Yeah, but okay, he's got an injured shoulder. You're coming off of a brutal knee injury. You know, back is back. But back and playing at a top level is a completely different story.
Because he was unbelievably good in the first 3-4 games last year. He was on record.
Well, he was coming back. Yeah, but whoa. Are you going with yardage here?
He had a lot of yards.
Yeah, because they were down 20 points every game. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, their defense the first 6 weeks was on pace to be the worst ever.
Didn't they come back from like 25 down in the third quarter?
Yeah.
One of against Atlanta, right?
Yes, they did. Exactly.
That was, yes, they could score some points, but their defense, Well, you
bring up an interesting subject, Rick. I mean, you follow Eagles, obviously, also.
Yeah.
Do you have high expectations for them, or are they kind of like Jamie? Whatever, 6 or 7 wins?
I think you're going to know within the first 3 games which direction they're heading. You know what? I still think 500 team. Oh, just like the Phils. Just like the Phils. I think you're looking more at a 500 team, but could 500 win that division? That's why I'm saying it really depends on how much these other teams have really kind of stepped up. And the other problem is,
I guess there is no 500.
Fitzmagic is now most likely quarterback in the team in Washington.
He's a pain in the ass in the Eagles' side.
He's a pain in the ass in everybody's side.
Yeah.
Even except for when he was a Buck, he stunk.
The division, you're right. I think it's better. I think most, though, Eagles fans, and I would put it at like 80-85%, have no real expectations on this team this year, and that's why it's going to be okay.
But then you'll have fun with it.
Exactly.
Instead of Super Bowl or death, go into the season thinking, surprise me.
Yeah.
Isn't that the best
Show me
way
what
to
you
look
got.
at this? Because, hey, what if Jalen Hurts turns into like a Kyler Murray type?
Yeah.
Then you're happy, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Or what if they get Deshaun?
Oh, God.
I don't want any parts of that.
That's a nightmare.
You don't, but they seem to.
Yeah, and that's why it's a talking point, because the Eagles seem interested from all reports.
Derek Gunn backed it up as well.
Yeah,
another guy.
So the Eagles are interested.
What do you do about this Ertz situation? Seriously.
I ride it out. I get the most I can out of a
player. Do you think he wants to play here, though?
Not really.
It doesn't seem it.
Yeah, it's a weird situation.
How about the blonde hair?
That's creepy.
I think his wife left for Tokyo, and he went a little buck wild.
He went into
whatever works for him.
Yeah, he went into her side of the medicine cabinet.
I like Ertz. I don't know.
So I don't think there's anybody
I know
in this city
you could ride him out as long as you want, but is that really helping anybody down in the long run right now?
If he can help your football team,
could he?
I don't.
Or are they going to let him?
I think they're going to try.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then fine.
He could be an in-season trade too, maybe.
Yeah.
Which hardly ever happens in the NFL.
But if there's somebody to do it, it's Howie. He's probably done it more than any GM in the NFL.
Who do you look at the beasts? Who's the teams that kind of step up to you?
The beasts.
I know one that
Bucs,
scares the daylights out of me is the Rams.
Yeah, Stafford and McVay.
Say what you will about Stafford, but if that guy has some protection, man, he's going to hit some receivers.
Jamie and I both like Stafford a lot.
I do too.
Yeah, I think
although they always say a lot of comeback touchdowns.
Yeah, well, he's been mired in purgatory for a lot of years.
I think he had a top 10 defense one time in his career in Detroit.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
He's always put up some pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's always...
But look at all the weapons.
I think he has... my God. He might have the most come-from-behind victories in the NFL.
Is that right?
I think so, because he's behind so often.
Pretty much every game,
yeah. And he's tough. Oh, my God, is he tough. Yeah, so that'll be it. The Rams are a good team. Your team's really good.
The Bucs.
I'm not counting out Aaron Rodgers on another vengeance tour.
No, I think he's gonna. I think that's the team that's gonna win it.
He is still he is my favorite player to watch in the NFL right now.
The sports.
Why?
I just love the way he flings the ball. I love the way the nonchalant way, the easiness that it is to him to play quarterback.
It's funny. I brought up Fitzpatrick. He's the most fun to watch.
Yeah,
this guy is just all over the joint. And then he just fires balls. Although what's going to be interesting is the New Orleans Saints.
They're probably going to stink, right?
No.
Jameis?
Well, Michael Thomas looks like he's going to be out for a while, so that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, a guy that catches 105 balls every year in his sleep.
And he didn't have surgery until, last month?
Yeah, I didn't understand that a little bit.
No, neither did Peyton.
No.
So the sports books the other day thought Rodgers was actually going to retire, and the Packers' odds dropped or shot up. I got him at plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl.
Wow. That's nice. Yeah. That is nice.
You're a good bettor.
Well, not really.
I'm not a bad
Did
bettor.
anybody ever really think he was going to retire?
No, I didn't.
Why does he want out so bad?
He says he feels like his press conference the other day, he kind of just aired all the laundry out.
It was something about last year with the tight end, right?
Yeah, he thinks basically all the veterans that they've moved on from, they've done them dirty, more or less. He wants to be more involved with the direction of the team. He basically said, look, players come to Lambeau to play with me for a chance to win a title.
He's right.
They don't come here to vacation.
Here's the problem with players nowadays. They all think they're entitled.
Yeah.
And you can go as far as Bryce Harper with the signed JT stuff. It's not his
and the Chris
choice.
Bryant bat.
It's not his choice.
No.
Well, by the way, that Chris Bryant bat, don't go there. He probably just got it from him when they were playing Chicago.
They have
and
the
he
same
used
bat company.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's right here in King of
I
Prussia.
agree with you. Now, I hear you on that. But if he didn't have the history that he has, Bryce Harper, with the JT shirts and all, that's kind of why you have to go into it.
Bryce has played this city perfectly now.
Yeah, he has.
He really has.
Yeah, there's no
with
question.
the Fanatic
We're
shoes.
not very difficult to figure out.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you give us an inch, we'll love you forever.
See, my whole thing about playing here was more just be honest with yourself. If you could be honest with yourself, you could play in Philadelphia. If you think you're better than you are, you can't play here.
It's an easier thing to do. It's easier to be honest with yourself, honest with the fans, honest with the media, because you're not going to get caught on anything. So it's easier that way. Like you said it well last week or a couple weeks ago, Ricky, when you said guys would come into the locker room, they couldn't get me to say anything that I hadn't already said to myself about a poor outing.
Well, because if I stunk out there, I'm going to tell you I stunk. And what else could you write?
3/4 of the battle right there.
Right.
About being an athlete in the city, probably.
Once you know what I hate this year? And this is something that you notice from the Phillies. I made one bad pitch. Can you imagine if I said that in the ninth inning? Wow, that walk was great at bat, but I made one bad pitch that got hit out of the park, and it cost me 3 runs.
Well,
and the team the game.
Ideally, you're only throwing 12 to 15 pitches anyway. Yeah. So one bad one isn't great.
No, I mean in my eyes, that would be I would come out and say I made a terrible pitch. It was HS.
Yeah.
And I should have made a better pitch.
It's pretty easy that way. When you take the sword out of somebody else's hand as an athlete, and you carry it on yourself, it kind of makes life easier.
There's a little bit of a problem now. I mean, we can get into this later, but there's a little bigger problem now is that there's built-in excuses now for the players with the analytics, and this is what this tells me to do. And I saw his video, and it shows I could throw there. Well, if you're not throwing 99, and by the way, how about that? You see what Major League Baseball did? Network, the MLB Network. No, they showed matching up. They matched up pitchers from back when I played to today, and 5-6 miles an hour. They're wrong.
That's funny. I want to talk to you about this.
They had Randy Johnson throwing 100 miles an hour, and I believe it was Alvarado throwing like 100 and no, it wasn't Alvarado. It was somebody. It was Randy Johnson throwing 96, and I think it was Alvarado throwing 102 or something, or 101.
And what they do? Show the
they
release
stopped
point at the
it
same
at the
time?
release points. They let the ball go. Johnson's ball got there quicker.
That's pretty simple.
And by
isn't
the
it?
way, very noticeable.
Yeah.
When you watch them side by side, it's out of the hand. It's hand speed.
Yeah.
Is what we're timing now. It's not ball speed.
Huh. Well, if you can, we need you to join all of us for a fun day of golf at North Hills Country Club in Glenside on Monday, August 23rd. While
Wasn't
raising
invited.
money to provide safe housing for adults with autism. Go to ndlgolf.org to sign up. ndlgolf.org. Take a look at it. See if you can join us. You know it's something near and dear to my heart, having an adult child with autism. People need your help, and if you can get out there or make a donation, whatever it may be, August 23rd at North Hills Country Club. So, Pat brought up the Olympics yesterday, and I don't know how much, Ricky, you're into the Olympics. so far.
I try to watch, but I hate watching stuff that's not live.
Yeah, that's the difficult part of it.
Same. I have a real hard time with it.
It is, and unless they're doing events over there at 9 in the morning.
I fall asleep to it, so
Yeah.
I guess I'm subconsciously watching everything.
But Pat said yesterday that generally he's out, and he's got to question if people are out on other things.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of anti-sports guy to say this, but is there a sport that you look back at now, you realize I used to be like a diehard fan of this sport, and lately it just doesn't interest me. Like for me,
I'll
it's
go first.
It's NASCAR.
You used to be into NASCAR?
Yeah,
I never was.
then when my favorite driver retired, I got out of it.
I have something to say about NASCAR. They never should have gone to these stages.
What do you mean?
You know, they give points for stages now, and then they basically restart the race from a standstill.
Yeah.
Keep racing. I don't care if you're down a lap or not. You got to keep racing.
You guys are speaking Greek to me.
Yeah, I never.
They have
followed.
stages now. Like, say it's 200 laps. At like lap 70 will be stage 1. Okay, and then after the stage,
I think you're talking Formula One.
I know exactly what I'm talking. I'm talking NASCAR.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't know. I just said I was out on the sport. So
all right. Well, I'm just telling you how they switched it. It doesn't make sense to me.
So it's
because
no good
after
anymore.
the stage, what they do is it's like a caution. They slow all the cars down. The pace car comes out.
Is it P break?
No, the pace car comes out. All those guys go in and pit. They come back out. And they
Why?
get the It's ridiculous.
I know, but maybe you need to concentrate.
Isn't the most difficult part doing the 200 laps?
With the pit crew involved. Yeah, I agree.
I didn't know they did stages.
Yeah.
Mine is wrestling, Pat. I used to be into wrestling.
I used to be into that hard, like the Attitude Era, the late 90s, early 2000s. I was a big wrestling guy.
I just thought it was so comically funny. I did. It broke up my day back in the day watching wrestling. I haven't done it probably for like 5 years or so.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
American Dream.
George the Animal Steel.
22-inch pythons, Billy
Jimmy
Graham
Snuka.
had.
Can you guys mention somebody from the last 20 years, please?
Superfly.
Again, you
Hulk.
guys are speaking
John
Greek
Cena?
to me.
What, you have a sport that you're out on?
Yeah, do you even like sports, Jamie?
Jamie hasn't been in.
I'm out on this, I'm out on that. You guys are speaking Greek.
Never got into wrestling. No, there's not really a sport I'm out on, per se.
Jamie's the ultimate sports guy over here.
All right, take it the other way. I've grown on soccer big time since my kids started playing when they were little. And then, like, EuroLeague soccer. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I hear you. But EuroLeague soccer, I never would have watched before. But then once my kids started to play, pretty serious soccer, I was like, it's fun to watch.
I used to love indoor soccer.
The kicks?
Well, I used to watch. We had a team in Hartford, the Hartford Hellions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did they play the kicks?
They did play the kicks, yeah, and the Baltimore Blast and all these crazy.
Donnie
teams.
D'Ambra of the kicks.
Who was the
The goalie was Joachim Stepanovic. I remember that name. How weird is that?
Well, how do you forget a Joachim Stepanovic?
Yeah.
And Richard Butt was the other goalie.
I think the Sixers drafted Joachim Stepanovic last night.
Oh,
It was a second round
I heard
pick.
about that.
No one gives a
bleep.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. All right, this is the John Kincaid Show here at 97.5 The Fanatic. John's on vacation. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Ricky Metallico, Pat Egan, and Coach Eric Camille trying to get it done. And what I want to tell you now is we're on week 4 of the John Kincaid Show golf tournament presented by MontcoGolf.com and the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. This week's featured course is Jeffersonville Golf Club. It's a special course designed by a legendary course architect, Donald Ross, who designed courses like Pinehurst No. 2, Seminole, and Aronimink. So the fact that a Donald Ross course like this is available to the public is something you need to check out. It's been ranked in the top 10 of public courses in Pennsylvania, and its superintendent, Rich Schilling, maintains the course in an amazing way. It's in West Norriton, close to King of Prussia. Get your crew together and book an overnight golf package at MontcoGolf.com. Golf, grab dinner, beers at one of the area breweries, and stay overnight. Check them out at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. It's the Jeffersonville Golf Club. It's Course 4 on the John Kincaid Show Golf Tour, presented by MontcoGolf.com and the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
The John Kincaid Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
You know, if you look up footwear from the past, there are just some shoes that are not so great for your feet.
Ooh, these wooden shoes are killing me. Oh
our beavers eating them? Shoo, beaver!
What a mess. Luckily, Skechers made footwear history by designing astonishingly comfortable footwear that are good for your feet. Let's start with fit. Skechers are the fit specialists and have the perfect fit for virtually any foot shape. Skechers has wide fit, relaxed fit, stretch fit, and arch fit with podiatrist-certified arch support. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists using over 20 years of data to make arch fit, and feet worldwide are benefiting from the comfort and support. Plus, Skechers, the comfort technology company, have innovations like air-cooled memory foam, durable Goodyear rubber, and hyper-burst cushioning. These promote comfort and offer incredible protection from the impact of everyday walking and running. And Skechers doesn't just care about your feet, your budget is important too. Skechers are an incredible value, plus most are machine washable and many styles are vegan. Look, you only get 2 feet, so you better take care of them in Skechers. Skechers, a fit to be tried. Find your next pair at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Introducing the next generation of compact digital manifolds from Testo. Best-in-class Bluetooth range and wireless clamps. Easy to use, fast, accurate results. Large graphics, all in one compact, rugged package. Testo digital manifolds are field-ready, fully smart, and fully wireless, just like the top HVAC technicians who use them. For a digital manifold that won't test your patience, visit Testo.com to find a local distributor near you or order online at Testo.com. Testo.
Hey, when people make a decision to be healthier, it's usually something people want to start right away. That's why same-day delivery with Squeeze.com is the perfect kickoff to a weight loss campaign. If you order by 1 p.m., you're going to get your juices by 9 p.m. the same day right at your door. Now, you're going to feel more energized, less bloated. You'll notice you may lose some inches, and you can sleep better. Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market, so give it a try today. You go to Squeeze.com, you click Mike Missing the drop-down at checkout.
Are you finally ready to sell that motorcycle or ATV that is just collecting dust in your garage? Harley, Honda, Polaris, Yamaha, or anything like it. RumbleOn.com will pay you cash today. RumbleOn.com will buy them all. And in minutes, you have a real cash offer. We will pay you cash before we pick it up. No more strangers coming to your house from a listing site. Free pickup anywhere. Get your cash offer today. RumbleOn.com. Fast bikes, faster cash.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it, they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state, based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Have you heard how amazing the deals are at Kohl's right now? Because it's unreal. You can shop the best active stuff from the biggest brands. I got 25% off Nike sneakers for me, 25% off Adidas shorts and tees for the kids, and Under Armour gear for my husband for under $40. I even got some Kohl's cash. So yeah, I'm for sure going back for round 2. I mean, how could I not? Select styles, Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The year was 1919. Barbasol shaving cream was invented by a dreamer named Frank Shields. The world's first modern shave cream, Barbasol changed the face of shaving forever. A few billion shaves later, Frank's dream lives on. Behind every face is a dream. Barbasol proudly salutes every fearless, self-assured, wide-eyed dreamer all across America. Celebrating 100 years. Barbasol.
Has your project list outgrown your budget? Are the things you need done overshadowing the things you want done? Hi, Dan Amaro, owner of Farron Electric. Right now, you can get 0% interest for 2 years, same as cash, when you finance your project through Farron Electric. With this great offer, you can get everything on your project list done on time and on budget. Visit FarronElectric.com to learn about our special financing offers. That's FARRYN Electric.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading
in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You think Jamie has some really crazy opinions? Don't worry. We do too.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
97.5 The Fanatic, John Kincade Show. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Ricky Batalico.
Ricky Bo Show.
Ricky Bo Show. It soon will
Bob
be.
Cooney Show.
Yeah, something
Jamie
like that.
Lynch Show.
Yeah, it's all of our shows. Pat Egan, Coach Camille, whoever we want it to be.
Where's Pat Egan?
He's in a dumpster.
That dude, in a bag.
That dude, every time you come in, he's in there.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's regular,
He's got stock and Lysol.
For such a little man.
There he is. Stinky's back.
Oh, man.
Pigpen.
Wow.
But real quick before Pat comes back in, I got to let you guys know the 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download that at parkscasino.com/PA and use promo code Fanatic.
Attaboy. That's Connor.
All right, I'm
That's
out.
the sweet sounds of Connor Thomas, who's all bundled up today. Connor's working his ass off, Rick.
A little too much.
He's doing double shifts for like 2 months.
Well, coach has got to fix that.
Coach is...
Welcome to radio, Connor.
Uh-oh. Coach, your retort, please.
He's young.
Yeah.
Let him work.
Damn right,
I
Coach.
agree. Nobody cares. Work That's how you make your bones in this business.
I hear you.
Listen to Old Man River over there.
Wow.
I was making my bones when you were still in diapers.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Coach is the man. So, Rick, I have a topic on that I threw down here, and I'm glad that you're in here for it.
Great.
I'm starting to wonder, are these Phillies, is the organization kind of the laughingstock of Major League Baseball? You had a trade the other night.
No, you didn't.
Well, you had
I
a
see
trade
what-
that
I
most
see where you're
people
going with this.
thought you had the other night.
How the hell does this happen?
That gets pulled out from under it.
It happens a lot. You'd be surprised.
You have an organization that is doing absolutely nothing, and hands tied, I don't know, but you're throwing out two pitchers, two starting pitchers right now.
Yeah, well, here's a question back at you. What do they have to give to get?
Not much.
They had two second-tier prospects to give to get a
Second tier at best.
and one of them was deemed too injured, and you had nothing else to give. That's what I'm saying. How embarrassing is
That's
that?
a problem.
It
but
seems
that's
like
not. Wait a minute. That's not the problem of. It is the problem of these guys right now, but they're not They're not where this stemmed from. This goes back to the whole Clentak thing. If you want to go that deep,
I do want to go that deep.
it has to. Where's the minor league system? You can't blame it on Dombrowski.
Yeah. No, it's not Dave or. I mean, Sam Fold was here, but you can't blame him yet.
Right.
It's Clentak's fault, absolutely. I mean, you went through 7 years of Drek to rebuild the farm system, and there's squat.
And there's nothing in the farm system right now. And the problem is you're not gonna trade the guys you just picked. You're not gonna trade Painter from this year.
No.
You're not gonna trade anyone from the last 3 years. I think Mickey Moniak's probably tradable, but
what are you gonna get?
Right. Thank you. This is why I came on here 2 weeks ago saying stop calling them buyers or sellers.
Right.
Because they are at the mercy of everybody else.
But like Rich Hill, the guy traded from Tampa to the team you're chasing, went for Tommy Hunter in a low Class A player.
Because they did it quickly.
Yes. I
don't care how you do it. Do something.
Number one, I would have gone after some kind of a starting pitcher immediately.
Yes.
Because
as soon as Eflin hit the IL.
Right.
You don't have two
it's
pitchers.
almost like teams feel like they have to wait till the week of the deadline to
never
do
get
things.
that.
I don't get it either. Because I think you get things cheaper when you do it before.
Yes. Rich Hill would have
I'm
the
on the
second
same side
best
here.
ERA on the Philly staff right now. And he went for Tommy Hunter.
So my question to you, because of what you said a couple weeks ago, are their hands more tied because they have nothing to do something, or are they doing nothing and it is just total crap that they're just sitting by and
I find it hard to believe that they're sitting and they're doing nothing.
So do I.
They have to be in a panic mode. But basically, you had what you would call an average bullpen to start the season. Is that fair? Average, I'm saying.
Yeah.
which is a huge upgrade from what last year's was.
When you only have 2 starting pitchers, that makes that average after use, workage, whatever you want to call it, that makes them well below average.
Oh, look at what they did.
And that's where they are
They
right
had 2
now.
bats on the bench yesterday because they had to carry 10 plus
15 pitchers.
15 pitchers.
That was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
That's why I'm saying I think this organization is becoming the laughing stock of baseball. I really do. They haven't made the playoffs for 11 years, 10 years, 11 years, whatever it is. You in-game decisions are just horrible.
Okay, let's start here. The analytics dug them a big hole. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
When it first came out, it dug them a big hole.
Because they were late and tried to catch up too
much. And
much.
they tried to get out of the hole by signing Bryce Harper and JT Real Muto. But they forgot. They forgot that they need, 3 other starters. They forgot they needed a bullpen. And, you had guys that have been injured this year. Look at Didi. He is playing awful this year. Very unlike him, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
McCutchen, it took him a long time to get started.
Yes.
Harper, in this back issue, you got him signed for another 11 years.
Yeah, that back problem's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's not going away. Aaron Nola has been like the stock market, up and down, right?
Yeah.
And then you have 3 starting pitchers that can't get by 4 or 5 innings. Wait a minute. Howard, 3 innings.
And Spencer
it's
Howard
pathetic.
was for 2 years what we all looked to as, this kid's going to be the best.
This is a bunch of crap. They're treating him like he's Steven Strasburg.
Yeah. So why am I supposed to believe in Mick Abel now? After what I've seen from Spencer Howard?
You know what? Let me put it this way: if a guy's good enough to pitch, let him pitch. If a guy can't go over 3 innings, he's not a starting pitcher. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And then here's where my mind just blows up. What the hell was he doing in spring training? Seriously,
no idea.
Did he come in not ready to play, not ready to pitch?
He's not
healthy?
stretched out, and it's August.
How are you not stretched out?
I have no idea.
Done. I would trade him in a second.
Yeah, but again, to your point, who's going to take him?
Somebody would take him.
Yeah,
and maybe try stretching him out. Period.
So
you don't get stretched out unless you pitch in games deep. I'm sorry. You can go in long toss as much as you want. It's just as good as tossing, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You can go long toss as much as you want. You're not going to be able to go deeper in games until you do it in games.
So is this a Phillies issue or a Spencer Howard issue?
Beats the crap out of me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Because Spencer Howard said, what was his comment when he went down to AAA? Wow, it felt good to finally face somebody for a third time. I looked. He went like 4 2/3 innings.
Yeah.
The Spencer Howard stuff, it almost encompasses.
Hold on.
Egan was in my ear. It almost encompasses what we're saying of the frustration with this team. Do they know what they're doing? Look, Jamie, Pat, other people think that they should try to get extra pieces now. You're only 3.5 out. Others say sell. The big names, get some minor league players. But they're not doing anything. Do something. What
I don't
are
know
they
if they
doing with
can.
Spencer Howard?
By the way, you have to put your all right. Let's stop right here. Put yourself in another team's shoes. Well, just pick a team. We'll say the Cleveland Indians.
Sure. The Guardians.
Oh, let's see what the Phillies have to offer for some of our players. Nothing. Let's see what some other teams have. Oh, okay, they have players. Do you see the problem?
Sure, and look,
we're the ones that look at this team and say they don't have anything to offer. What do you think the other teams are saying?
That's why I say again, are they the laughing stock of the league? Did the Pittsburgh Pirates just say, oh, you know what? Nah, we shouldn't do business with Philly. Seattle, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
But apparently, according to Keith Law, the catching prospect they offered up was the best player available of the 4 guys.
He's pretty legit. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah. Like
a catching
That's
prospect.
still weird.
JT's here for a while to catch.
And
so.
Rafael Marchand they brought up to maybe showcase. Well, here's the other thing.
They brought him up because Knapp's on
Nappy's having a
paternity.
baby.
Yeah,
Well, yes,
he's the only one to catch on the 40 man. That's why they brought him on.
Yeah, and 3 of their top 6 prospects are shortstops. Now it's coming out that Bryson Stott probably is a second baseman.
Right.
So Luis Garcia and Casey Martin, you need to figure out what they are because you don't need 3 of your top 6 prospects being middle infield.
Casey Martin sucks.
By the way, I want you to think.
Then get him off the top 10 list.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's the problem. The Phillies' top 10 list is very.
Oh, Adonis Medina.
I mean, you're in
3-4 years
waves.
ago. Oh, Adonis Medina, you got to see his stuff. He's nasty. Now he's down to the 10th prospect in the system already.
They do have one kid I think he's in Lakewood that could rake. Latin kid. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Jalen Ortiz?
Yes, Ortiz.
Wait, Ortiz is raking
he's got
finally?
good power.
Oh, dude, Ortiz is having a month.
Yeah.
Charlie Manuel loves
I think he hit 10 home runs this month, right?
No, I think he's up to 12.
12?
I mean, he's had the best stretch of his pro
so
career.
they do have a couple guys, but those are not the guys you're going to let go of.
Mickey Moniak, number 1 pick in the draft. He's
Let him go.
out of the top 10 prospects for the system.
He's also having the best month of his career.
He's probably better than most of those guys on there.
So how do you handle a Mickey Moniak? They bring him up, and he sits while he's having an unbelievable month of July down in the minors.
There's the other bigger problem that we've seen from the Phillies is that they bring these kids up that are supposed to be good, and they don't play them correctly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they go back down. They didn't get enough at-bats here. Now they're a little bit off kilter, and then everything falls apart.
Right.
Scott Kingery. Whoops. Did I bring up that name?
Who?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
The guy they thought was going to be Whit Merrifield
today.
Well, if they let him play a normal position, he probably would have been okay.
You think it was that important?
His swing changed because of Gabe and Klentak. His swing changed from being
Much
very
like
level,
Hoskins, right?
line drive type hitter, to, if you watch his legs when he swings, he looks like a pretzel. He is a disaster.
Can that be saved?
He got paid to be a disaster.
Is he broken so much you can't fix him?
I don't know if he could be fixed. I don't know. Maybe this injury will actually help him because he's not taking those reps, and when he starts over again,
start from scratch.
Yes. Yeah. I will tell you this much: his hitting coach used to get in fights with ex-major league players on the thing.
Really?
Yeah, because he was all about the launch angle and dipping the back shoulder, and then I guess he did something stupid. He went up there and took some swings by himself. This guy, awful.
So how
awful.
I don't want general, if you can, Ricky, answer this question, not in generalities of fix the farm system, but if you're the GM of the Phillies today, how do you try to fix this right now? Or do you just wait till season's end? What do you do?
I think today you pray that somebody becomes available for cheap.
Yeah.
That's what you have to hope for right now. Or else you're not fixing anything.
Yeah, you need somebody that's going to go for like a Rich Hill type of package, a low Class A player and a veteran journeyman.
The other problem is, do they want to go over that luxury tax? We don't know.
They said they will.
Yeah, for what though?
For the first time in their career.
Yeah, I'm talking about for what though?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you looking for to go over that? Are you looking for, a stud pitcher, or are you looking for a middle guy that's still costing a little bit that might push you?
Part of me wants to get Kimbrel just because he's here next year for $16 million, and I can go, all right, at least I can now slot guys into a more natural position. You can allow Sir Anthony to rehab. You can allow Neris to be the eighth inning guy.
All right, but I want you to think about this for a second. I get it. I get Kimbrel. All right, he's a great
he's
closer.
under control, yeah.
But he
His
doesn't give up
numbers
hits.
suck.
Who cares?
Get to the postseason
Phillies
first.
have to get there.
Right.
My whole theory is, you look at the Phillies right now. Is Kutch going to be there next year? Watch, let's go through this.
No, Kutch is gone.
Okay. Center field.
Up in the air.
Great question.
Still, that's two positions.
Yes.
Right? But you've already taken, $20 million off your payroll by Kutch going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right field, he's there.
Yeah.
First base.
I hope he's a DH.
Okay, so then I'll go to third base then.
All right, I'm not giving up on Hoskins.
I love Hoskins as a DH. I think that's a good problem.
Segura.
He's here.
Didi.
He's here.
Yeah.
Third base will hopefully be able to move over to first.
Hopefully. But now we need a rule change.
Or is he a trade guy?
See, I'm not ready to give up on Bohm.
I like Bohm.
But
he's not a third baseman.
Probably not.
Can he be
I wonder if he could play outfield. Or is he just too slow a foot?
He's pretty gangly.
That's what I mean. Gangly, that usually means flat foot.
Yeah. And you can't get down that well.
Right.
So, okay, if you do get a DH next year and you throw Bohm over to first and you make Hoskins your DH,
right,
and you're keeping Real Muto as your catcher,
you need a third baseman then.
Then you need a third baseman. You got $20 million coming off. You want to play third?
No, I think I just told you who you can get. It's Chris Bryant.
But he says he wants to play.
Yeah, he wants. Who cares?
We need a center fielder.
No, by the way, you're absolutely wrong about that. They asked him, "What is your favorite position to play?" This is at the All-C. I heard this interview. What is your favorite position to play? He said center field.
Yeah.
By the way, you ask anybody on the field, they probably will tell you center field. You know why? Easiest position in the outfield to play.
Yeah.
If you're athletic, easy position to play.
Because you're seeing everything more square.
Well, because everything's square. Everything is true. If a ball's hit the left field, you just chase it, and if it's tailing away from you, you keep chasing it, right? I mean, center field or right field, left field, you have to make a decision one way or the other.
Yeah, and you're playing angles because balls.
I couldn't play right
corners.
field when I was like in high school. Like I'd play out there just to get a rest from catching once in a while. I'd have to go to center. I couldn't read a ball off of a bat in right field.
Either can Bryce Harper.
Left field, I could.
You guys have that in
right
common.
field, I could not. well, lefties, you couldn't tell if it was top spun or back spun sometimes.
Well, good thing for the Phillies is Bryant fits in both positions they need.
This is true. There you go. So there's the guy you need to trade for.
He's the only. I said this the other day, Ricky. He's the only guy that excites me of all this trade talk surrounding the Phillies. He would be the only guy that really excites me that they might be able to bring in.
You bring him in, and that solidifies a little bit, but it doesn't help your pitching. That may be the move you have to make. Is it going to be Bohm? I mean, think about it. If you bring in a guy like Chris Bryant, is Bohm the guy you throw out there to get a starting pitcher real quick?
I would. And that's nothing against Bohm.
I'm just throwing this out there.
If you know you have Bryant locked up, what's the point of keeping Bohm?
I'm trying to look at everything from the big picture. Because is this year, are you going to win the World Series?
No.
Probably not.
That's all I want to hear from the Phillies. What is your big picture vision? I don't know what it is from what they haven't done.
I will say this much. You'll probably get it from Dombrowski at the end of the year. You're not going to get it from him now.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get anything.
I love the end of the year interviews, like after the players are gone, because then you'll know exactly what they were really thinking.
Yeah. Liberty Mutual Insurance, where you only pay for what you need. Nobody should have to pay for one size fits all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
See, a good jingle goes a long way. You never forget those. The guy that usually sits in this seat.
1877 cars for kids.
Yeah. The guy that usually sits in this seat, he could do every jingle in the world.
That one, I'm telling you, my kids used to sit in the back seat and just sing it.
Yeah, over and over and over again. When kids get stuff in their mind and they don't let it go, it can be some of the most annoying times of your life when they're young.
Well, I saw Beauty and the Beast like 600 times, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like 8 o'clock in the morning when my two oldest were little boys, they just looked at me. You going to put in Lion King or aren't you? Yeah, I mean, every day.
Yeah, I'm on a real Luca heater. Luca's the new Pixar.
Is Dora still on?
Dora's still popping.
Dora is the bane of my existence.
Bang my head, man. Every morning. Dad, Dora.
Dora the Explorer. I thought you meant Dory the fish.
No,
that's Nemo.
That's Nemo family. Oh, Dora the Explorer. I never got into.
Key.
Are you still?
Backpack. Lazy River 5 straight times, and you're like, "Oh, we get
Swipe or no swiping."
The worst show in the world.
Wow, I hit a sore subject here, didn't I?
He'll ask. He'll go. Me want Dora, and I go. Me not. We're not watching it, kid.
Pat actually
I did like Bob the Builder.
With his kid. Oh, Bob the
We're the
Builder
same
was
size.
our son Kyle.
I like
Bob
the song.
Builder. He loved. That was a good one.
The Little People song was weird.
The what?
You never saw the little kid show called Little People?
No.
Little People, Big World.
Yeah,
I think I was featured on that.
People. Yeah, Pat's in it. Pat's in it.
That's right.
That's just wrong. That's not nice. So, Rick, how much attention did you pay to the NBA draft last night? None whatsoever.
Actually, I slid by a couple times on it. I was kind of laughed when I saw Book Night go 11.
Yeah,
that's
from
your
UConn.
boy.
Yeah,
he slipped.
He should slip.
You don't like him?
I don't know. He's
had some good workouts.
Let me put it this way: he's got some flash to him, and he did lead the team when he was healthy.
Yeah, he put up 40 versus Creighton.
I will say that much. But I mean, I don't know. I look at NBA players, and he's got to dazzle you every night. Would be my thought in college.
If you're 11th overall,
and I don't think
pick,
he really did that. I mean, you guys. Did he dazzle you every night? Did you hear about him every night?
No, but there was nobody in that.
It was so odd. It was such a different
because normally
draft.
you would be interested in the NBA draft. Years back, you knew the top 5, 6, 10 names that are going and interested in where they're going. But last night just didn't have that feel.
How about the kid from Dominican? I thought that was great.
I didn't see it.
He came out of the D-League, right?
There was a lot of G League guys last night.
No. He was at Oregon. Gord? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Come on,
this one.
Pat. You should.
Yeah, the 5'3" guy should be all over this one.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'll tell
Came from Dominican Republic. Has like a 2-year-old kid, and he was like, I do everything for him, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
he works hard and
there
stuff.
There was a couple guys up there that had their kids up there. I'll tell you, and I said it yesterday.
Chris
before.
Duarte.
Who is he?
He played for Oregon.
Yes, that's
Chris Duarte.
Duarte. Yeah.
I
He's
actually
24.
did see his interview. I guess his girlfriend was holding the baby.
Yeah, and the baby was talking in the mic or trying
to bite the microphone. Yeah. So I did see that. But yeah, yesterday was different. I mean, I didn't have much. I said it on.
I guess
airwaves.
I just proved my point. I did tune in for a little while.
Yeah, you did. But
I think those things get. The weird thing is I think I turned off. I hit up Seinfeld for a little bit, and I came back, and they were like. They moved on 10 picks already. I was like, what is going on
here?
here?
It was good last night. Although the second round doesn't start till about 11 o'clock. So Daryl Morey came out to speak last night after the second round, so I assume he wasn't speaking until like 1 in the morning.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah, so I felt bad for those reporters that had to stick around and listen to that. But, yeah, the interest that garnered wasn't real high.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No, it's
just an odd Thursday night. Well, I guess.
It was odd because pandemic, because we don't know who these kids are. There wasn't a lot of college basketball
I
over
actually
the last
watched
couple
a
years.
lot of college basketball in the last, but names didn't really pop out to me like.
But you didn't have superstar players, it seemed like.
That's probably more. We saw a lot more team play.
But Jay Billis said this was the most talented draft. It was funny because I had the same thoughts.
What else is he going to say?
But he said it was the most talented draft since like 2003. He compared it to like the LeBron, Carmelo, Dwayne Wade draft class. He said
there's
top to
3 Hall of Famers.
He said
a lot
top
of
to
young
bottom.
kids.
Yeah. I think it's just because of what we're talking about, the unknown.
Now I'm confused. Isn't the D League the team like the Delaware team?
It's the G League now.
Yeah, it's the
whatever the G League, whatever you want to call
the
it.
Delaware Blue Coats.
So
yes.
I thought they were associated with the Sixers.
They are.
But you could draft those guys?
So you can enter the G League now to basically the NBA allowed it so that guys.
So basically, guys could go down there to get drafted.
To
like
make
instead
money.
of college, they go there.
Yes.
Yeah, or instead of going over to China and
Yes.
playing over there and getting paid millions.
Brandon Jennings
before
started
you
this
get-
like a long time ago, going overseas to make more money.
I thought those were guys that were already drafted that are.
Like, you know, in soccer, how there's loans?
Yeah.
Like you can borrow
Yeah,
a
I got
player.
it.
I think that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, but now
Like,
they can go back in the draft?
Yeah, they're loaned to the G League, more or less.
This is odd.
It's
man.
bizarre, but they're trying to keep these guys in the States, you know?
What else is? I mean, not to change the subject, but I was up in Connecticut, so they have Nesson up there, which has they show minor league baseball.
Right.
I'm watching minor league baseball is not the same.
Why?
I don't
Product
know.
isn't as good, or is it just
look?
you don't know
Number
who they are?
one, it was the Pawtucket Red Sox for a long time, so it was the Worcester Red Sox, which is different for me. And then it's just like nobody at the game, no reactions in the stands. It was odd.
So you were just watching recently.
Yesterday, maybe.
See, this is it's the side effects of what 2020 brought us, I think.
You think so?
I just don't think normalcy is really there yet, and it's probably going to take, as much as one say, oh, thank God we're back to normal. We're not, and
Right.
we know what's going on throughout the country, throughout the world, and I think sports is going to take. I think there's going to be a trickle down. That's going to take a few years until things are really normal, and like minor league stuff and secondary stuff are things that are going to suffer mostly.
I obviously, I don't even know how many teams were dropped in the minor leagues from last year to this year.
Yeah, it's a great question.
It was a lot. It was short season. Like all of short season's gone.
So there's no more like Appalachian League.
No.
Oh, that
like
league
Williamsport
is fun,
Crosscutters are no more. They had to go independent.
Yes, they were in the Appalachian League. You're right.
Pat's farm system knowledge is just phenomenal.
That's pretty
it
good.
impresses me
I'm not
every day.
Just a pretty face.
Every day. No, you're not that either.
The Vermont Lake Monsters.
Yeah, I saw a game of theirs when I was young.
They used to have like an awesome logo, and then they got this like wussified cartoon lake monster, and that's one of the reasons why they're not a team anymore.
Wussification of America.
It is.
Pat.
It's like this
That's
cartoon.
horrible.
It looks like a Pixar.
Garbage.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
intimidating. It's not a monster.
It's garbage.
The
John
dinosaur.
Kincaid Show here at 97.5 The Fanatic. When we get back, we're going to take a look around all the action that happened yesterday and maybe how it affected the local teams or didn't. Time at the Fanatic is 8:23.
Let's take a minute and talk about the team that plays down in Chester, the Philadelphia Union. You need to get down to Subaru Park. They're probably the best team in town. As a matter of fact, they are the best team in town, and it's a game day experience like no other. It's one of the best experiences with sports in Philadelphia. It's so much fun. I've been down there a ton. You get to follow along with the Sons of Ben and cheer on. You get the insane views of the river and the bridge, and most importantly, you get to dupe your butt off. The crowd is electric. The fans bring the action and excitement for the entire game. Philly is a 5-for-5 city, and Philly is Union. And our guy, head coach Jim Curtin, is as Philadelphia as it gets. This team has some serious talent. They're young, they're fiery, and they're just plain exciting to watch. You have the 2020 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year in Andre Blake, leading goal scorer Casper, and of course the captain, Alejandra Bedoya. This team has grit, they have heart, and they play with that Philadelphia chip on their shoulder. The Union will be at Subaru Park this Sunday, August 1st, which also happens to be Military Appreciation Night. So do yourself a favor. Get out to the game. You'll have a blast. I guarantee it. And grab your tickets today at PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
The John Kincaid Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's the return of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest. Fan Fest.
Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.
And live, Casino and Hotel, Philadelphia.
It's the biggest party of the year for Philly sports fans.
The countdown is on. 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021 is a free event, but you need a ticket to get in.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Keep listening for ticket giveaways and more special announcements.
And make plans now to be there. Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Oh my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
And Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. See you there.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-546-1987. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-546-1987. That's 800-546-1987. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, it's Cuz, the Park Sportsbook, the official sportsbook partner of the real sports fan. Baseball, golf, MMA, and more live in-game play-by-play betting. Lets you bet while you watch. No better way to bet than the Park Sportsbook in the palm of your hands. The only sportsbook backed by the #1 casino in all of Pennsylvania. The best in live in-game betting. Bet the money line as it changes during the game with the Park Sportsbook. Plus, bet on individual player performances as they happen. In baseball, bet hits, home runs, pitcher strikeouts every inning. In golf, bet on match winners, leaders after rounds, and more. Bet on spreads, parlays, props, teasers, and over-unders. New customers sign up right now. Get your first bet risk-free up to $500. Just download or click parkscasino.com/PA. Use the promo code FANATIC. See website for details. Got to be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Friends, demand for unskilled workers is sky high, but who wants that life? There's demand for hundreds of thousands of IT and cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. My Computer Career is training people to meet it. Get skilled. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Through July, grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers a high-yield savings account with a rate that can earn you 4 times the national average. Banks offer free pens. So what's more important? Savings options to help you make the most of your money, or free pens you can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC. National averages based on savings account data provided by Informa and accuracy cannot be guaranteed. Learn more at Marcus.com.
Oh, according to research, 82% of people will remember radio ads. So, 82% of you listening will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. 82% of you will note that if you're hiring, ZipRecruiter finds qualified people for your job. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And 82% of you will remember that you can try ZipRecruiter for free. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Staples Connect has everything for back to school at amazing prices. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencil bonus packs, 10+2 Crayola marker bonus packs, and Staples pencil boxes are just 97 cents each. So your student won't just be ready for school, there'll be tons of drawings to hang on the fridge ready.
We're gonna need a bigger refrigerator.
Visit your local Staples store or staples.com/back to school today and get more than ready for school with amazing prices for everything on your list. Ends 9/18, limit 30, prices may vary online.
HVAC contractors and techs. Want to be sure the system you're repairing or installing is running efficiently? Then test it with Testo. Heating, cooling, air quality, electrical, and more. If it can be measured, it should be measured with precision with Testo instrumentation. Testo is a world leader, headquartered right here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. For accurate results, ask for Testo by name. To see Testo's full line of measurement instruments, products, and job site solutions, visit Testo.com. That's Testo.com. Testo, be sure.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Another Friday, another Phillies game tonight. Phillies, Pirates, who you got? Vinny V is on the mound. Are you taking the Phillies? I can't really blame you if you take the Pirates, but whatever. If you do, though, you should head on over to BetMGM. And then you should register and use my code PatEgan100. And you just put $1 on the game, all right? Put $1 on the money line. Phillies, Pirates, doesn't matter. Because as soon as the first home run is hit, you're going to have $100 in free bets in your account, regardless of how your original $1 bet turned out. It's $1 to win $100 in free bets. Guys, we all know that either the Phillies or the Pirates are going to hit a home run in this game. I mean, these two pitchers aren't exactly world beaters here. So take the free $100 in free bets. Hop on at BetMGM.com, download the app, register, type in PatEgan100 when they ask you for a code, and then put $1 Phillies or Pirates. When the first long ball leaves the yard, you're going to open up your account. You're going to have $100 in free bets thanks to the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. This is a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Yeah. 97.5 The Fanatic, John Kincade Show. We got a lot going on here.
What was that?
I have no idea. We got
it was you.
What happened?
I don't know.
You all right?
Nobody knows. What?
Was Bobby blowing it up again?
No, you know what?
Bobby's having a breakdown.
Bobby blows it up.
Jamie's ripping over here.
Seriously?
What?
The two of you jagaloons, I want to break your necks today.
Is that not your name? Bobby blows it up.
Yeah, you say that. Where have you been?
No, Jamie's shooting off hot air balloons.
Since you've been here, how many times has Egan had to walk away? right?
Oh,
but I'm Bobby blows it up. Him, you could put a match under.
Don't you dare.
I didn't say you were Bobby Bubble Guts. I said you're Bobby blows it up.
Don't
you dare.
Yeah, whatever. And Ricky and I are just sitting here trying to do a show.
Yeah.
You guys are the professionals.
I don't know
That's the
what
funniest thing you've ever
going
said,
on.
Bob.
All right, so you got challenged this week, and you
Yeah,
didn't
you didn't even know.
By whom?
He's here among us.
Egan?
No, he's not that dumb.
Oh, I'm not that delusional.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody said they could strike me out. Who?
Yeah, Connor.
Who is he?
Are you serious?
He said he could strike you out.
Here's the way.
Get off our
That's what we told him.
I could still swing a bat.
That's what we told him. We said Ricky came up as a position player.
You see him doing his wind-up out there? Are you kidding me?
Wait, he is a former Division III pitcher.
I don't. Wow, D3. Wow, that's pretty good.
I'm just giving you his resume.
Probably ace of the staff too, right?
So the way it came up, it kind of came up something about you pitching against somebody, but then I think Coach turned it around, or Connor might have turned around and said, I could strike out Ricky Bowe. He didn't say you would.
0% chance.
He said he would strike you out.
I actually like his odds. I like his odds.
You like whose odds?
We'll do this.
I like Connor's odds.
We'll do this, I said.
Connor's probably what are the odds at? If you had to put it on the sports book, what would you put it at?
+7.
I'm not asking you, Connor. I'm asking these guys. You're biased.
I'll go to Jamie. He's the betting guru.
He just gave himself a +750, but he said he was the one that was going to strike me out.
Yeah, Jamie, you're the host of Draft Lines. What do you got?
I would say Ricky getting a hit is -185.
A hit? All I have to do is not strike out, I was told.
Yeah, it's true. But I believe that you'll get a hit.
Well, we're not getting a full 9 out there to flag shot fly balls. I mean, come on.
All right, so next week, this is what we have to do, because this is happening.
Oh, we're going outdoors.
We are
got
going
my glove
outdoors.
in the car. Oh, we're waiting.
Ricky doesn't have
I got
a bat.
my sticks at work. I'll bring my stick in next week.
See, he doesn't even call it a bat. It's his stick.
You're screwed.
You got my own name on it, too.
Can I explain what happened here?
He literally calls it the broomstick.
No, you buried yourself.
See,
I didn't do anything.
I'm going to lie in that grave, but I come in here, and they're like, oh, you probably think you could hit off Ricky Bowe, too. And I was like, dude, there's no shot. He was a major league pitcher. I could probably strike him out, though.
See?
And that was how it went.
How does that
And he said it confidently again.
Yeah,
No.
That's how it went.
All right, well, it is what it is.
How it went was how we didn't. That's exactly how we described it.
You tried to say like I came out of nowhere. You pressed it on me, and then I brought that up on my own. But you tried to press me into something.
No, we did not. You just said you threw yourself in there saying
you walked me up to the cliff.
When was the last time you pitched?
About a year and a half
So I
ago.
probably got a better shot of getting hit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I need to be careful. There's a better chance of him wearing one. I need to be able to find the zone first. But
well, who's catching this fiasco?
Salchunas volunteered. He said if we can find gear, Salchunas will catch.
Doing it.
Yeah, he still plays baseball, so we're good there. All right, so we just have to pick a spot outside.
There's a baseball field like right down the road on Belmont.
How about we have a 3-on-3?
Basketball?
I'll take these two guys.
Okay.
You got Salchunas and Egan.
Really?
Oh, all right.
Wow. So what is it? So all of a sudden it's 2.5 men versus Ricky Bowe?
We'll give you coach.
The trade deadline isn't until 4.
We'll
I might
give
have
you
to
coach.
move Egan for picks.
We'll give you coach.
All right, so we have to have rules here, Connor. It's an at-bat, so you can't walk 'em.
Are we going one single at bat?
I'll call balls and strikes, yeah.
When was the last time you umpired?
Don't worry about it. Probably more recently than you pitched. So
I trust Angel Hernandez more than this guy.
You said you're going to strike him out. So you have one at bat to strike out Ricky Bowe. If Ricky gets a hit or a walk off of you, he wins.
I'm only getting one. I can't get 3. So he tips the first pitch and it's game over.
No.
Like shots one into play.
You got to strike me out at least 3 pitches.
Do you know what a foul tip is, Connor? That's called a strike.
He tips one into play. I mean, like he
you
chunks
literally
one
said
right
you
in front of the
tipped
plate.
it.
Little
So
Baltimore
I'm going to
chop.
explain
That's a base hit because I got wheels.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You can't back out. Now, you said you would strike him out. You kind of
how hard did you throw when you pitched?
Like 81, 82.
Oh, that's BP.
Good speed stuff. Got a good breaker.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
little 2-seam. You bat lefty, right?
Yep.
So I had a nice 2-seam that runs
I'll
back.
run that
I'll give
one
you a little
off
bit
me.
of the scouting report.
I keep my hands
Rolling
in.
on the hands.
I keep my hands in. I hit inside the baseball. Not like these guys
early
anymore.
Vance Worley type of coming back in.
Yeah,
Connor was dubbed the Jamie Moyer of D3 baseball.
Oh, see, that might be a problem. If you go way under the speed, I got problems.
Okay, we're going 40.
That's
a little ephus.
I'm telling you, that's not a joke. I've gotten
Ricky's raking you in.
Who here hasn't gotten into a batting cage with the real slow? You can't hit the real slow. It's Too slow.
That's all I can hit is the real slow.
That's pathetic.
Softball guy.
I got no problem with Bobby then.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. When I stood at the 80-mile-an-hour cages like a couple years back, I think I wet myself.
So Connor threw 81 when he was
80's
high
nothing.
as a young 20-year-old. You haven't pitched seriously.
So he's probably
in a long-
mid-70s.
I pitched competitively like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
I say he hits about 74 now. So
We'll see how I get loose. We'll
Ricky
see.
says that's batting practice.
Actually 74 is less. I mean, when you think about it, we were probably getting about 80 miles an hour for our batting practices.
Yeah, and I might just drop it down just a little 65, 60. They all change ups and see.
Ricky Bud
see if I
knows
got
how
a
to
better
bunt,
chance.
too.
Oh, we're bunting now? What are we doing here?
No.
If he squares, I'm going up and in.
Wait, you're gonna
I
you're
would
gonna,
never bunt.
You're gonna pull a Ben Davis?
No.
You're gonna bunt?
No,
By the
he
way,
would never bunt.
By the way, I would
He would never
never,
bunt.
ever bunt off you.
I believe you.
No.
I'm not a big
I
bunter.
trust you.
I'll tell you what.
I could bunt. I just never would do it.
I would more put my money on Ricky taking you yard
No.
in an at-bat than I would of you striking him out.
Taking me yard.
No.
Yeah.
come on now.
I could see you getting hold of one.
See, you're writing checks
I had
for
the
him.
great-
Let him write his own checks.
My greatest day ever, actually, one of the days I got a hit. We were short a catcher, so I was a second catcher that day. So I had to hit in the last group.
Where was this?
In San Francisco at the old park.
Okay.
Wind blowing out. I was launching, dude.
There you go.
Launching. I hit about 12 out in BP.
12 in BP?
Oh, in BP.
You're
just
screwed,
launching.
Connor.
See, I looked it up. You had what? 2 hits in the majors, and they were both
but
doubles?
You got to understand.
So I'm seeing you got popped, too. I'm a little bit worried about that.
You got to try getting into a game when you don't see close to 100 miles an hour in a long time. Wow, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
My first guy I faced was Pedro's brother. And that was with movement. That was like 98 with movement. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
That was my
I'm not
draft
hitting
comp
him."
coming out of Washington College.
I fouled the first one straight back, and then I said, I'm done now because he knows I could swing the bat. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be done against Connor.
No,
If you get the ball over the plate in the first 3 pitches, I think
I'll get the ball over the plate.
I think bet's over.
I
don't want you walking.
I threw
him.
low 80s. I'm a control guy. I'll get the ball over the plate.
You also know what else he says he can do.
What's that?
He says
golf?
he can beat T.J. McConnell in basketball.
I never said that. I said I
He
could beat
said
him
that
up.
if we hand the
I didn't say I could beat him.
he said if
He'd
we
shut me
hand
down defensively.
If we hand the ball off to Brian Westbrook, he
Yeah.
could jump in a hole and tackle him.
We're doing this.
Yeah,
You're going to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Westbrook
He's
can't
going to.
wait.
Well,
Westbrook
I'm saying
can't
tackle.
wait.
I
hold
think he
on
trips
tight,
over
man.
my corpse.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
goal.
Hold on tight is all you could do when you're.
Exactly.
And now he's got. He's also going to beat the women's Big 5 Player of the Year from Villanova.
Now that
he
went a
says he
long
can
way
beat
out
her
of-
1-on-1.
Okay,
That one
I
took
could
on a
talk
life
a
of
little
its
bit
own.
about this. You could play with them. I played back in the day against Rebecca Lobo. She was dirty.
I remember
though.
her.
Throw elbows at you, everything. We were at the same gym, so we would just kind of 3-on-3 it or whatever. Man, she was mean.
Yeah.
You better watch yourself.
Dude, I imagine.
Those girls are strong,
Got
too.
the utmost respect. She was like a Big East, first team all Big East.
Oh,
she was like
you're
11th in
not
the
gonna
nation
beat
in
her
scoring.
then.
No,
I don't think you'll beat her then.
All right.
But
I don't
I'm
even
sure
know
as
if
hell
they'll
going to
score.
try.
No
I'll
one
score.
cares.
I can shoot.
No
a
one
jumper.
cares.
Yeah, Connor.
No one cares.
We're done with you trying to beat people up. It's not going to happen. Take
All
this
right.
advice
See you,
from
boys.
Devon Givens, though. For low mileage, Acuras, Lexus, BMWs, and F-150s, visit GraceAutoPA.com. Grace Auto Group on Route 1 in Morrisville, PA, just minutes from Northeast Philly and Trenton. Yesterday was a busy, busy day all around. NBA, MLB, 11 trades, I think Egan said, is how many were
It was
done
busy
yesterday.
for Major League Baseball, not for the Phillies.
No, well,
In
that's
terms of
They
off the
played 2
field.
games.
In terms of off the field.
Right, and that's the point I was making. Although the Phillies didn't do anything, the Sixers really didn't do anything but draft. How did the goings-on, do you think, in what happened with the trades in baseball and basketball affect the local teams? Like, did the Nationals get weaker for a long time, Ricky? How does that play out for them?
It depends how do you define weaker?
Well, I mean, Trey Turner is a guy I thought was going to be a part of them for a long time.
So did I.
I mean, Turner, obviously, Scherzer was coming up on free agency, so that didn't really matter. But you lose Turner, I think that kind of throws.
He's in his 4th arbitration cycle.
I think he's just a really solid player.
He is. So I talked to my buddies down there, and they told me that they don't want to pay him Lindor money.
What they did say is everybody was for sale except for Soto.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you ask me, that's a rebuild.
Yeah.
Complete rebuild.
So, all right, a win for the Phillies, I guess, if you look at it that way.
I guess.
You have a team in rebuild in your division that won a World Series a couple years ago.
If the Washington has their full cast of characters yesterday, Phillies don't win that game.
No, if Brad Hand's closing out that game.
That may have been the worst display I've ever seen of bullpen work late in the game. How do you walk a pitcher that can't hit? Nola stinks at hitting. I mean, you ask him, he stinks.
Yeah, no.
He can't hit.
He doesn't even try.
He's up there to bunt. Get the out.
Yeah. No question. You said McCutchen. You're
McCutchen. You had. I think it was 1-2 on McCutchen.
Yeah.
Then he threw one in, missed up, and threw it to the backstop.
I think he got ahead on Nola too.
No, it was 3-0.
That was 3-0. It was somebody else he also got ahead on too.
Which is pathetic. You can't throw a strike to a pitcher.
It wasn't a good. Here's the thing that bothered me yesterday. I'm watching that second game, and I'm saying to myself, all right, one of these teams is fighting to win this division, is only 3.5 games out. The other team is ravaged by COVID and has just sold or got.
They just wanted to get out of town,
and you're struggling to win either one of those games.
Yeah, first one you're going up against Scherzer.
Yeah,
a lot
first
of
one was
struggle.
a good pitcher's duel, and I don't know if you classify that Zach Wheeler made a mistake there
to go
for the home run. I
had a good swing on it. What I mean,
well, you hear that all the time. I made one mistake, or
that's what I was talking about earlier. You just used my quote from earlier today.
Yeah, maybe hitters are just really good, and pitchers don't just make mistakes. Maybe hitters are sometimes good.
Well, I mean, you make a mistake out over the middle of the plate. What do you expect a hitter to do?
Yeah,
if you really want to talk
Put it
about
into the seats.
And I like listening to Wheeler after a game. He'll say, "I missed my spot by 2 inches, and that might have cost me in that situation." You don't hear other guys say that. Other guys don't know the difference between 2 inches and a foot.
Yeah, I want to hear Vinny Velasquez tell me how he's missing his mark.
He is the master. Don't even put up a glove. I mean, seriously, when he pitches, he's never near the glove.
No.
I mean, JT, especially when JT sets up inside to a righty, there's a good chance that's on the outside corner.
Jeez.
Or up.
It's weird. So in the NBA, we had a lot of movement yesterday. A big trade with the Los Angeles Lakers acquiring Russell Westbrook to go along with LeBron James, Anthony Davis. And Jamie, this is a linchpin on your thoughts of what might happen here.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, the rest of the NBA is not afraid to push all in, so it's time for the Sixers to push all in. We saw it pay off for the Bucks. They paid a hefty price for Drew Holiday and moved on from Bledsoe and some of those guys. It got them a championship. The year before that, the Lakers pushed in and got Anthony Davis. It got them a championship. The Heat pushed in and got Jimmy Butler. It took them to a championship. It's time for the Sixers to push all in. And pushing all in. Look, Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers could work for sure. I mean, you still have LeBron and AD. It also potentially opens up a spot in D.C. for some Ben Simmons intrigue if they don't keep Bradley Beal. They got to figure something out. I think they're still waiting for the Dame Lillard market to take shape here. They got to push all in. The rest of the NBA is going to get better.
So you have a name here. You have a name that you put down. Plus,
I don't really want this per se.
No?
Well, we'll find out how powerful Clutch Sports is. And Clutch Sports is going to want their player in a spot where he wants to be, not in Oklahoma City or Minnesota. Miami is always where NBA players want to be.
Sure.
The only thing that would make sense in terms of Miami would be Jimmy Butler. And Joel Embiid loves Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he does.
And the money matches. Miami would probably... Jimmy Butler wears out his welcome a lot of places pretty quickly. I wonder if Miami would be tantalized by the idea of a swap there.
I liked Butler when he was here.
So did Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Simmons didn't. Neither did Brett Brown. It didn't work out.
Well, hey, you get rid of Simmons, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Gone.
There you go.
Does that make them championship caliber?
So your big three is Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
You have other pieces that make... And Jimmy Butler likes to handle the basketball.
Sure.
So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone.
Were they not already contenders?
Yeah, no, they were. Number
they
one
were.
seed
He's
as a
keep
contender.
them as a contender, I
You
guess.
stay there as a contender, I should say. Yeah.
He's 31. He'll be 32 pretty soon.
couple years.
I got to tell you, I was one of the guys that said like the Jimmy Butler thing was overblown, and I know you couldn't keep both of them and all that. And who is this savior?
It was
that
a
everybody...
Jimmy versus Ben thing.
But Jimmy Butler coming here now at this time, if he still has some game left,
And there's
for 2
no
or 3
indication
years,
Miami actually wants to do this, but I was just thinking it kind of makes sense if Clutch wants to try and get him, to the beach in Miami.
I would do it.
You would do it.
Yeah, I would do it.
Do you think the overwhelming majority of Sixers fans would?
Right now? To get rid of Simmons?
See, that's
doubt.
the key.
No,
It's not who you're
I don't
getting,
think it's who you're getting. I
it's who
think
you're
it's who
getting
you're
rid of.
sending out.
Wouldn't it be a little crazy to kind of repeat that?
Why? Why is it crazy? It happens in every other sport.
Because he's been on like 7 different teams now. He seems to have a very strong presence that wears on people.
And it doesn't finish, right?
I mean, Tobias Harris was on a lot of teams when he got here, too. That was like one of the knocks on him, if you remember.
Well, yeah,
It was
but
like, he's been on
Tobias
a lot of
doesn't
teams.
have baggage.
I know, but I'm pointing at, like, I wouldn't use the how many teams he's on as a negative for Jimmy Butler.
Every team he's left, there's been a turmoil of...
I'd argue every team he's left has been trash other than the Sixers.
Yeah, but there's baggage with them everywhere.
But look who he had problems with. Ben Simmons, who everybody wants to get rid of, and Brett Brown, who no one was crying when got fired.
And Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns a bitch.
This is my point.
I mean, that's well known. That's not a secret, right? Like, that's well known in NBA circles. Everybody knows that Karl Anthony Towns is a problem. My point is, when you think about the problems that Jimmy Butler's had with people, a lot of them seem to be justified. It's Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Brett Brown, Ben Simmons.
Justified by Jimmy's standards.
Justified by, I think, NBA standards. I mean, Andrew Wiggins has been on how many teams now, and he had a problem with him.
Jimmy thinks he could win in Philadelphia.
Jimmy can jump.
But that's the thing, is Jimmy's got a problem with everybody. Whether or not it's justified.
So that's not true.
Ben Simmons, Karl Anthony Towns,
Joel
Andrew
Embiid, Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
Wait a minute. He's the one that brought it up.
He's got baggage with him. That is undeniable.
But they already know the baggage.
They do.
Giannis will be pissed.
I don't know.
You would take it. You already said you would take it.
I did, but
you agree
I
with
said,
that
I'm
his
going
baggage.
See, but are you taking it to get rid of Simmons, or are you just taking it?
I think I'm taking it because I'm getting nervous that you're not going to get good return for Ben Simmons.
Right.
I think Jimmy Butler is might be the best kind of return you get. I'm not in love
Are
with...
you nervous that they might keep him?
I don't think you can keep him at this point.
I don't think so either,
No.
but you never know.
Would Miami
And
take Simmons?
I'm a Ben Simmons kind of guy. Would Miami take Ben Simmons? Yeah, kind of. Why would you do that?
I
they
mean,
have
Eric
a couple of
Spoelstra
shooters
is one of
down
the
there.
better coaches in the league. They're surrounded by shooters. They like to run. Bam can probably run better than Joel can. If you keep Duncan Robinson and Hero and some of the other shooters they have, it's kind of a good situation for Ben.
Yeah. Is it a good situation for Miami?
That's
the
what
question.
you
have to think about.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at it like, well, Jimmy's getting a little long in the tooth. He's got a lot of miles on him. I can upgrade to a 24-year-old. I mean, Jimmy's not like a lights-out shooter or anything. You know what I mean? So you're not.
No. Oh, he's not that.
I mean,
no.
he's a bulldog and he'll take the shot and create. But you're getting a 24-year-old in exchange for a 32-year-old. It's gotta be. It's
you
gotta
definitely
be
have to think about it,
right?
Yeah. It's something you got to think about. And
We'd be
it's
absolutely.
weird.
It would be absolutely.
I can't believe I'm going
bonkers
that way.
if that ever presented itself.
That would be wild. That would. So this Russell Westbrook thing going to the Lakers.
I loved it.
Well, do you love it because you think?
Because it. I think
you're
Bradley
looking
Beal.
at Bradley Beal and
Like this talk of that they're going to rebuild now around Bradley Beal with what? All right, so they go get Spencer Dinwiddie, let's say, who's been speculating that Spencer Dinwiddie and Bradley Beal. That's not winning you crap.
By the way, isn't rebuild a weird word for NBA? Considering they build on top of. When you think about it, they have one good player and they try to build by buying other players. They don't really build from.
That's what the Sixers are trying to do. They have Joel and Embiid, and they're just going to try and build on top of him.
That's the thing I don't love. And I love that Giannis said this the other day, that he won the right way.
Yeah, we did it the hard way.
Yeah. Without trying to stockpile.
I don't think that Russell Westbrook getting by the Lakers is a good deal at all. Ball dominant guy when you have other ball dominant guys. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But okay, somebody in the West wants to get stronger. That's fine. Get somebody in here for Ben Simmons. and see how it plays out.
There's the key. Get someone in
Well,
here.
you got to, yes. 610-632-0975. This is the John Kincaid Show. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Ricky Batalico, Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille. Time at the Fanatic is 8:53.
Hey, it's Coach Eric Camille, and we're looking at another beautiful weekend of weather, possibly in the low 80s. And if you're looking for something to do, how about some Vegas-style games and jackpots right on your own phone, and you don't have to drive to a dark, crowded casino? Well, it's here. It's the Twin Spires Casino app. And if you download the Twin Spires Casino app right now, you can unlock 24 hours of risk-free casino play up to $500. Plus, we're going to give you 250 free spins. All you have to do is register using the promo code FREEDAY. You can take your pick from the latest slots. They have table games, including blackjack, Ultimate Texas Hold'em. They have a lot more. Download the app now and unlock 24 hours of risk-free casino play up to $500, and don't forget about 250 free spins using the promo code FREEDAY when you register. Twin Spires is a proud partner of the Presque Isle Downs and Casino. Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit twinspires.com. You must be 21 and physically present in PA to bet. For help with gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincaid Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Hey, going down the shore? Now you can listen to 97.5 The Fanatic all the way down.
If you've got a phone, you've got a radio.
Download the free Fanatic app. Listen in the car on the AC Expressway, GSP, Route 55, and all roads leading to the shore. Turn it up. Listen in the shore house or on the beach or on your boat.
If you've got a phone, you've got a radio.
Listen to us anywhere. Download the app. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. Wawa has the drinks you need to stay quenched, refreshed, and happy. Cool off with iced teas, lemonades, energy drinks, and more. Wawa has the refreshments you need this summer and the snacks to go with them. Stop in today for our $3 summer deal and get any 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with any Lay's, Ruffles, or Doritos. Make Wawa your destination for the drinks and snacks you love. Gotta have a Wawa. Limited time offer. See store for details.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Listen, my uncles over at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, well, they're going all out with the summer savings. Yeah, while other dealers across the country are experiencing record low inventories, Family is prepared. Hundreds of new vehicles in transit and arriving daily. The uncles got the hookup for you. Shop now, they'll put your name on it. That's right. Whatever vehicle you want, they'll get it for you. Uncle Greg, Uncle Paul, they'll call you the moment it arrives. You could pick it up or take delivery. The uncles, man, they always come through. And at Family, you'll always get the best deal. Why wait? Reserve your new car today during the Make This the Summer event. Complete the entire car buying process online. They'll deliver it right to your doorstep. You'd rather visit in person, they'll make that easy and safe too. Just schedule an appointment. They'll take care of the rest. Go to FamilyAutos.com. Just remember, at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you're more than a customer. Yeah, you're family. See the uncles for details.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation, Private. Astute.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Are you ready to get out on the open road? With Citadel Credit Union's low-rate auto loans, it's easy to get road trip ready. Plus, for a limited time, get a $250 bonus when you purchase or refinance a new, certified pre-owned or used car. Hurry, this offer ends August 31st, 2021. For more information, visit citadelbanking.com/road or call 800-666-0191. Requires loan closing at a Citadel branch. Offer is subject to credit approval. Additional restrictions apply.
That should do it with your new Anderson 400 series windows. So stylish and easy to install. I have these exact ones in my own home.
Honestly, John, we couldn't be happier.
They're perfect.
They last a long time. Don't think you'll be needing me again. So this is probably goodbye. Alex, Julie, we'll see ya.
I hate goodbyes.
Alex, John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Let's go. Game on. Pedal to the metal. Full throttle. Let's go big. Let's go live. All day, all night, all out. Let's go high stakes. Topped with a lobster tail. Cocktails? What time? Anytime. Let's go for the win. Let's go for 2 or 3 or hit me. Let's go for it all. Game, set, match. Points on points on points. Let's go, Philly. Let's go live. Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia Luxury Hotel. Gaming bars and restaurants in South Philly. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the brakes.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I'm not going to do that. 8 o'clock hour was brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I can't get myself to do that thing. That's his. That's John's. That's what he does.
Do you hate your boss? Are you ready for the weekend?
Yeah, that's the crap I didn't want to do.
Coach pushed it in just because he knows it annoys me. Like he's cracking up in here. And I forget about it every week.
Things that make Coach laugh. That's what I like. Like you'll just see him laughing down the hallway. Like he just put something on somebody's seat or something. Yeah, like that. That's how Coach rolls.
Yeah, Pat's weekend is ruined right now.
Yes. This is the John Kincade Show, and we are joined, of course, by Ricky Batalico, and Ricky is brought to us by Coach.
Yeah, Rick's here, courtesy of our friends at the Twin Spires Sportsbook app.
He's the man. And
there you go.
Wawa, since we were just talking, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages for the summer. Chips Ahoy smoothies, milkshakes, and more. Gotta have a Wawa.
Wah,
wah.
The Wawa down at the stadiums now sells beer, I believe.
What?
Yes.
Do Wawas outside of this
speaking
in
of
Florida
and
cities?
stuff they do.
Speaking of beer, on Twitter, Christy likes beer.
Yeah.
Said Dora's got nothing on Caillou. Oh, I hated Caillou.
Everybody hates Caillou.
Oh,
People
man.
told me to never start Caillou with my daughter.
I'm Caillou.
Isn't that who you...
Yeah, somebody made a doll of me.
He looks like Caillou, doesn't he, Ricky?
Yeah.
Jamie looks like Caillou.
No.
Yeah, he really does.
A little bit.
Yeah, we used to have the doll in here that was.
It's pretty uncanny. Christy, by the way, was the mother of our intern last week, Ryan.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is correct. She took a picture. I saw something on Twitter where she took a picture of Ryan. They were doing. Were they at the game? Maybe, I don't know. Christy might have been at the game. Christy will be at Fan Fest.
She made us pretzels.
She did make us pretzels, and that was awesome. Ricky will be with us at Fan Fest.
Sure.
Because Fan Fest is on September 18th. That's right down at Xfinity Live. Fan Fest. It's a free event, but you're going to need a ticket to attend. Keep listening for ticket giveaways and more special announcements. It's presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official partner and after party, Ricky, of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest. So much great stuff going on that we've told you before. DJ Mo Green. We're going to have a dunk tank. Plus, you can register to win a trip with Anthony and Andrew to Denver to see the Birds play on November 14th, courtesy of Philly Sports Trips.
Can we get in on that?
You want to go? Why don't you go with us to Vegas? We're going to Vegas.
I would love to.
All right, you're in.
That's just.
Did I just get pumped?
This is what
you see that, coach? He puts me in on everything.
You're in for me.
You start promising people golf outings.
That's what this chair does.
Ricky shows up and realizes it's literally me and Kincaid, and that's it. And he's like, I see why Cooney didn't want to go.
I can see Ricky having fun by him, like not needing outside.
By myself.
Not needing outside help to have fun in Vegas, right? I think Ricky could carry along pretty well.
I'm sure Destiny could help out, or
Destiny?
Chastity, or one of the many girls.
Oh, okay.
You got to have faith.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go there. All right, so Ricky, you have Pittsburgh series this weekend.
Yeah.
51-51, 3.5 games out. It's the same story we've been telling for 4 weeks. Is anything going to change in your mind?
It should. I mean, when you look at the road ahead, it should. Philly's got a lot of. I hate to call these easy games because nothing's easy at the major league level.
Not when you're a 500 team. It's not easy.
I mean, you have the Pirates right now. This is a team that you should beat. They are. I mean, they got destroyed last night by Milwaukee. I don't see anything different. But don't get your hopes up like they're running the gamut, because when you look at the teams they play, the teams they're playing right now are horrible. There's a bunch of teams in this next month that are really bad teams. The Diamondbacks, the Orioles, the Pirates a couple times, I believe. There are some ugly teams in here.
If it's not the easiest schedule in Major League Baseball, it's second. Yeah, but I think it's the easiest.
Yeah, I think it's the easiest schedule right now.
So go get a pitcher. You know what I mean? Like
they have a couple hours left.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Mets are just like treading water, basically. And the Phillies aren't gaining any games.
And I don't know what the Mets are thinking, but you're doing it without the ground right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the time to make up ground. When he comes back, once every 5 they're going to win at least.
Yep, if they score him runs. So the next 7 games the Phillies have 3 at Pittsburgh, 4 at Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, Washington, another bad team right now.
2 teams that just sold. Right? That just sold, looking to the future, not playing for the now.
They're going to have one big hit. Well, Harrison's killed them this year, and Soto could destroy you at any given point.
I forgot
you gotta
Harrison
wonder if
was
those,
in the Phillies.
You got to wonder, if it's going to be kind of shut down time for those guys, too. And the reason why I say that, when you start seeing what your team does, you know what? Your attitude changes a little bit.
Well, I was thinking of Soto yesterday. Like, how do you feel that, Trey Turner's gone, Max Scherzer's gone? You see what they're doing.
Yeah, but does he look at it a little different and say, well, now I'm the king of the mountain?
Could be. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would be. Everybody likes to be king of the mountain. I'd be frustrated that they're taking all my.
I mean, they're eating the Patrick Corbin contract right now.
Yeah.
That was a disaster.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love to get rid of him right now.
So, all right. So, next 7 Phillies games on the road at
Real quick,
Pittsburgh, at Washington.
just to put into perspective how bad that contract is, he's on the books for 3 more years after this. $24 million, $24 million, $25 million.
Eat it.
That is an anchor.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
$73 million. Wow.
So, after this 7-game road trip, here's where it gets interesting for the Phillies. You have 9 at home straight. You go 3 against the Mets, 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Reds.
There's your most important homestand of the season.
I feel like we've said this like 100 times. Here's the not you, yeah, and it just this is where this team takes us. This is the most important series of the year. This is the most important game.
Let me ask you a question to go along with this. Let's say they have a 7 games. They go 6-1 on this little road trip they're on.
Okay.
They come home and you have 9 games. You said.
Yep, 9 at home.
What if they go 2-7? It just erases what they've just done all good.
That's what they've done all year.
See what I mean? That's what could happen.
If you had to put your money on it, if they went 6-1 on these
which
next
could
7
be
games,
done very easily.
I would bet almost my life that they're going to come home and be sub 500 in those 9 games. It's just the way.
Well, the Dodgers could get a little lax when they come to the East Coast every once in a while. Although probably get to see Scherzer again.
They can be lax as much as they want with the pitching they throw out there.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Have you seen their plus run differential? It's like plus 155.
Well, their biggest problem has been Kenley Jansen. He has struggled at times out of their bullpen. I mean, he's one of those guys who's become very streaky, and he never was like that.
Could you imagine if they went out and got Kimbrel?
I mean, I don't want to say how is it, but does it turn you off as a former player, Ricky, as a fan now, as an analyst and all, that the rich get richer? I mean, what the Dodgers are doing, it's just ridiculous. The Padres, they take Frazier from Pittsburgh.
Their run differential is plus 148, and they just added Trey Turner.
Phillies
and Max
could do
Scherzer.
whatever. Phillies could do the same.
Phillies could do the same.
They could have done the same. So what do you aggravate about that? Other teams are doing it and the Phillies aren't?
Well,
maybe because they have a belief in their team.
Well, the Phillies couldn't have gone out and get high-quality players.
They don't have anything in the tank.
Well, exactly.
By
so
the way,
Phillies couldn't have done
for
it.
all the people out there that are wondering why the Phillies haven't done anything, when you're driving down the road and the guy next to you has a full tank of gas and you have nothing in the tank, who's going to win every time? Thank you.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter, you slice it up any which way you want to slice it up. I will come back to you and say they didn't have enough for this. They didn't have enough for that move. The only moves they could have made or could make puts them over luxury tax, and or it's just all about cash.
Yeah.
So is your frustration level?
I'm sick of it because I know where it stems from. It doesn't stem from these guys that are there right now.
Right.
It stems from that. It stems from a guy who's in first place on the West Coast who screwed up enough of our players, including Rhys Hoskins.
You can ask names.
Yeah, you. And think,
what do you guys have? What would you like to
by the
talk
way,
about?
think about this for a second. Rhys Hoskins, you look at his numbers, they're pretty impressive. Power
they are
numbers,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about the time he got screwed because of that regime.
What it took away
because
from him
they
as
changed
growth.
his swing. Yes.
Was this year more of a reset year for him? Did he lose 2 full years?
He lost a
Basically
good
reset?
year and a half, I would say, out of that.
So how hard is it to reset?
He reset well. Look, here's what happened. Him and King were put in that same boat. Change your swing. Get that uppercut swing. One guy got out of it. The other guy couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, one guy got paid, $25 million to change his swing.
Yeah.
You would have done it too.
Damn straight.
Hell yeah.
If you look at these young kids that are in this because look, you're going to have to go one way or the other. You're going to either have to go in now, or of my belief, are you going to start playing some of these young guys and just ride with it? That's why I think Alec Boehm, let it go. Do you bring up a Maton and let him play a little bit? Do Luke Williams, all the other young guys that you have.
Luke Williams got benched the other night because he made an error.
Yeah, I mean,
when you didn't have bats to play in a bench in a doubleheader short inning game.
Meanwhile,
what the hell was Girardi doing with that?
Odubel Herrera in Game 1 dives stupidly for a ball that probably
He does nothing stupidly.
And then the second game, he did the exact same thing.
He's out.
He dove for a ball, and he was able to keep that ball in front of him.
But what the hell's Girardi doing sitting Luke Williams when you know you're short on bats?
There's just not a lot of smart moves going on by anybody. And I'm not just talking Girardi. I'm talking by look at the development of their bench yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bryce Harper missed a cutoff guy the other day.
What else is new?
I heard LA and he goes, "Man, maybe this team should think about working on fundamentals in spring training for once."
Fundamentals are part of baseball, no matter what anybody wants to think. And they're
At
probably
every level.
When you look at it, they're probably the most important part of baseball.
Yeah. They put in an important game the other night, Odubel Herrera out in left field.
Yeah.
And he fielded a ground ball single and lollipopped it to second.
What else is new?
And somebody scored.
He's a
from third.
showboat. That's all he wants to be, is a showboat.
Yeah, I'm
look
telling
at
you,
me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. That should be the name of the team. Philadelphia Look at Me's.
I go back to my laughing stock of Major League Baseball. How the hell are they 3.5 games out? It's not
because
their
the Mets
doing.
aren't that good.
Exactly. It's not their doing. It's because everything
They'd be
else
double
is bad.
digits out of first place in every other division, I think.
Yeah, I just
think
added up.
If not close.
Yeah.
They have a negative run differential on the year. They're minus 23.
How many, you're looking it up, how many games are they out of the last wild card?
Probably.
There's no
probably
I
a
started
lot.
laughing when I said it.
The San Diego Padres are 60 and 45.
Yes. That's my
and they're
whole
in
point.
third place in the West.
That's 15 games over 500.
The San Francisco Giants are still holding on to first place.
Yeah, what do
That
they
is
have? 2.5 games still?
They're
or-
up 3 games on the Dodgers.
3 games on the Dodgers. They're playing good
that
baseball.
could be erased, but they're playing. Yeah, but it's not Gabe Kapler baseball, if you noticed.
And here's the
It's
run.
not analytic-driven baseball?
There's a lot of guys on that team that are veterans that have been around for a long time that have gotten the job done.
A lot of high fives.
Brandon Crawford's been outstanding. I'm sure there's a lot of high fives.
Kevin Gausman, who's a guy that has been a gas cannon in his career, goes out there and he's pitching to like a sub 2.5 ERA.
I love pitching out there, though. That's a great place to pitch.
Why is that? Just the
air stale. It's cooler out.
What do
Ball
you mean
doesn't
air's
carry as
stale?
much. Ball won't carry as much.
Oh, okay. All right.
You notice it that much?
Oh, yeah. Well, in the old stadium, I pitched in both. The old stadium was you watch the wind. It was like Wrigley.
Candlestick?
Yeah.
Candlestick
if it was blowing in,
it was on
just
like that
feed 'em
weird
fastballs down the middle.
Yeah, it was on like a peninsula surrounded by water.
Literally on the edge of the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was scary actually out there.
Yeah, I never liked watching.
You went there, right?
I've been to Candlestick.
Did you ever see the clouds roll off of the mountain? There's
Is
a
that
little
what
hill off the third base side that every day about 5 o'clock you would see it start rolling down the hill, the
wild.
fog, and it would come and sit right on top of the stadium. It was unreal.
I drove on the Bay Bridge one time in one of those fog storms. It might have been the scariest I've ever been behind a wheel.
Well, I would be. Yeah, that's a little
It was
nerve-wracking.
horrible.
So here's the run differential in the NL West for your 3 top teams. Plus 118, plus 148, plus 93. The Phillies, minus 23.
Yeah, that's not a World Series team by any
Oh,
stretch.
God, no.
3.5 games out of first place.
What were they out of the wild card, you say? 60 and so
the
the Phillies-
Padres are 15 games over 500. The Phillies are 500.
So they're wow. Okay.
It's I don't know. I said it at the beginning of the show, Ricky, and maybe you have someone that stands out or some team that stands out to you.
I love how they put the wild card in there for everybody to chase.
Yeah, exactly. This Phillies team, I have the most love-hate relationship of any Philadelphia team I think I've had that I can remember. Did you ever have a team or a player?
I've seen a lot of that on Twitter, that this is like one of the most unlikable Phillies teams in a long time.
I agree.
Well, I think we answer our own question. Why, if that was your question? Because they play so stupidly. And they make such bad decisions.
I think that's part of it. I think if you ever watch their interviews, they're very stale or very almost conducted. Like they kind of go into them already knowing what they want to say. It's kind of like, the questions that are asked the politicians these days. It's one question and they know it's coming.
Right.
They already have the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Vinny Velasquez getting behind a microphone this year. I don't. He's trying to show how smart he is.
And it's going backwards.
It is, and it's gotten to the point where I've heard people say, "This is why he's not a good pitcher because he thinks too much."
He shouldn't think. There's no way this guy should be thinking.
He's got
on the mound.
talent, right, Rick? He's got talent.
I would say the talent's all there. He can't locate a fastball, which is a problem. And then, you know what? If something goes wrong, just throw the inning right out the window and throw his game probably out the window. I could picture him doing that little twist on the mound. Like, oh, look at me. I know what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, you look at where the glove's located and he's throwing. I love when he'll say, wow, I really had good command of the ball. And you go back and look. He wasn't anywhere near his targets.
It is the most aggravating. maybe by far the most aggravating team that I've watched because you have something right there in front of you. They're not grabbing it at all.
And it's an easy grasp. I feel like they should have taken this division a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's
but
the
I guess
problem.
they're just not good enough. I mean, maybe we're just fooling ourselves to think that they're good enough to.
Of course we are. We fool ourselves every year.
That's what we do. I don't know. You need arms. I would love to see Chris Bryant here, but then again,
I still say it takes one big streak. They go on a 9-1 run. They're in first place.
You know what? That's something that I would love to look up to see what kind of a. Now, Rick, you might know off the top of your head. Have they gone on winning streaks?
They had an 8-2 run, I believe, or 9-1, one of the two.
Is that what it was?
I think it was. Because they were like 6 games under 500, and they went on a run and got just over 500, and then they fell back again.
Well, they started the year 4-0, as we remember.
That was one of their better starts.
So they went 7-8-3 in a period in May.
It.
All right, from May 3rd to May 12th.
Right.
They went 8-3. Milwaukee, they swept. Atlanta, Washington. So you got some there. But then after that, there is a 6-1 stretch. 6-1 stretch from June 5th to June 13th.
Got them over 500, right?
Those were the days.
Got them to 32 and 31. Yes, got them over 500.
There was like a 3-week stretch where they would go 1 under, 1 back, 1 under, 1 back, and then it just continued.
Oh, I think there was. Yeah, I
thought they had one in July, a run.
They went. This is crazy. 6-6, 7-6, 7-7, 8-7, 8-8, 8-9, 9-9, 9-10, 10-10, 10-11, 11-11, 11-12. Like it just went back and forth.
That's unreal.
But I know.
How do you not put a streak together at that point?
Because you're not good enough.
That's exactly what everybody says.
Not good enough.
What are they? They are 500.
Because if you get a streak, it means your top 2 pitchers are doing what they should do, and then somebody at 3, 4, and 5 is pitching a little bit better than they are.
They don't have a 3, 4, 5.
4, and 5.
How is that possible?
Their number 2 hasn't been number 2 all that much.
Rick, how do you not have one guy in the minor league system that can carry you for 2 weeks?
That's Spencer Howard. It's supposed to be. I don't know.
How is that possible?
Is this because of last year, that the COVID thing, that these guys didn't pitch? Even the guys that did pitch last year are still stinking it up when they come up.
Yeah, I mean, in their top 10 prospects, I believe they have 2 pitchers. I think it's Mick Abel.
He's not coming up now.
Oh, you have Eric Miller at number 8, and you Francisco Morales.
A lot of these guys aren't coming up right now.
Yeah, I mean, Mick Abel's in low A. Bryson Stott's
so you're talking
Morales is double.
So you're
A.
talking before they're matured. That's 4 years.
No, sorry, just regular.
Before they're matured at the big league level, it's 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. Whew. So where's the help coming from?
Not there.
Adonis Medina was once a top 5 prospect.
I'm just saying, it's not in the minor league system. Look, if there was anything down there, they'd be traded by now anyway.
Or at least up here helping. Better than Vince Velasquez.
I don't know where they're getting any kind of help.
They're not, and that's the problem.
There's so many
The
problems.
makeup of their 40-man roster is just off the wall. It's bizarre. There's no depth anymore because everybody's already been used.
Yeah. I don't know.
Times.
We're looking for answers, and there's just none to be had, and they're not letting us even know what kind of answers they're trying to.
Well, they're going to have to say something tonight, aren't they?
We'll find out by 4 o'clock.
Right. They're going to have to say something tonight.
I guess. I don't know. Last part of the week coming up.
Bob
John
Cooney.
Kincade show. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'd like to hear from Sam Fold. Is he around?
I don't know.
I forgot his name.
Because he is the GM.
I forgot his
name.
name.
Dombrowski's the president.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't hear a peep from the GM.
Yeah, the president's got to turn it around because he has the reputation of doing it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, last half hour of the show, John Kincade of the week with Ricky Batalico, Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille. And what I got to tell you is it's Friday morning. We love this day, and after a week of games at the ballpark, and that means it's time for me to award the official Pierce Phelps Bryant Whatever It Takes award to the Phillies player who did whatever it took to help the club this week. Well, this week I'm giving that award to Bryce Harper. He's gone over his last 7 games. Listen to these numbers. 9 for 17, 5 runs scored, 4 doubles, a home run, a couple RBIs, 9 walks in that span, and also stealing some bases. And just like Bryce Harper, your Pierce Phelps Bryant heating and air conditioning contractor will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable when you're watching the game from your couch this summer. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
The John Kincaid Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by Anthony Foster Art and Betty's Bounces. For all your party needs and inflatables, visit BETTESBounces.com.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge is hooking new users up with an epic summer games bonus. Just place your first bet on any summer game sport risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. To get you started, here's some of my picks. Listen, Team USA struggling a little bit in basketball. I think they're going to struggle a little bit in baseball, too. I would look at Japan as the team to win gold in baseball. But you know what? You can bet on any event. Baseball, soccer, track and field, and more. Promotions like this are just one of the reasons why I love betting with America's #1 sportsbook. It's easy to use, safe and secure, fast payouts, and you get paid in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app with promo code Fanatic and go for the gold today. That's promo code Fanatic.
21 plus and present in NJ or PA. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Have you been putting off life insurance for a while? With the long application process, medical exams, and blood tests, it's no wonder you put it off. It can seem so confusing, expensive, and time-consuming. But Ethos is a new kind of life insurance. Ethos is built with you in mind. Instead of a medical exam, you only have to answer a few health questions. Our application is 100% online and can be done in about 10 minutes. You might even get same-day coverage. At Ethos, we match you with the right policy and the right price for you from top-rated carriers, with no medical exams and no blood tests. Now you can spend less time sorting through confusing paperwork and more time with the loved ones you want to protect. Go to ethoslife.com today to apply in minutes. That's ethoslife.com. Ethos Technologies, Inc. operates in California as Ethos Life Insurance Services. Not available in all states, and price is subject to underwriting and certain health questions.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. Whoa! And in order to maneuver it, you need an expert by your side. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the tech solutions you need to help you get out in front and stay ahead of the game. Woo! Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices in Windows 10 Pro.
Yeah, sure, the players bring some skill to the game, but if I don't put them in my lineup, who cares? Not me. I'm Eric Rubino, fantasy baseball GM and league runner-up 2 of the last 9 years. I use the progressive Name Your Price tool with options based on my budget. And for a guy that's used to being in control, it fits. Like this runner-up t-shirt. Champ gets a trophy, but you can't wear a trophy. Boom.
Get options based on your budget with Progressive, even if you're not a legend in your own mind. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If an education can help you prepare for a career change, here's an opportunity. University of Phoenix is awarding up to $1 million in new scholarships this month. You could earn between $2,000 and $3,000 in a non-cash tuition scholarship. See which one you may qualify for at phoenix.edu.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday, turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I said Chantilly lace and eggshell, not matte.
Colby's Interior Design Consultancy is floored with new clients.
Wait, what am I looking at here? This looks like plaid.
They need an admin with an eye for design and a knack for numbers.
Okay, hey, look, take a look at this. Do those numbers look right?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Meineke is committed to keeping you and your vehicle safe and on the road. Right now, receive 50% off brake pads and shoes. Check engine light on? Don't delay. Sign up for Meineke Rewards at Meineke.com and receive free towing. Meineke, doing car care right.
Get road trip ready. With a low-rate auto loan from Citadel Credit Union, receive a $250 bonus for a limited time. Visit citadelbanking.com/road or call 800-666-0191. Subject to credit approval. Additional restrictions apply.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincaid Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It is the John Kincaid Show. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Ricky Pitalico, Pat Egan, Coach Eric Camille getting it done. Last half hour of the week. Ricky, I got a question I got to ask you.
Okay.
The Major League Baseball deadline is trade deadline 4 o'clock today?
4 o'clock today.
Okay. I assume, I know you went to different teams throughout your career.
Yeah.
I assume that sometimes, situationally for you, that trade deadline day may have been a little antsy, or you may have known something was coming, or
there were a lot, like especially my first 3 years, I was always in a rumor. Especially my first year, Heathcliff, Slocum was our
Heathcliff.
Yeah, Heathcliff.
He was our closer.
It's great.
He got traded for Jason Veritek.
Now we're in the bullpen that night. I think it was the year after Slocum left. But up on the scoreboard, they flash all the trade things. It's right in our bullpen.
So wait, where are you?
I'm
You're
in
with
the bullpen.
No, but you're with the Phillies?
Yeah, I'm in the Phillies bullpen.
All right, you're in the bullpen.
And I forgot who it was. Looks at me and goes, "Dude, you're out of here." I look up and it says Ricky Pitalico has been traded to the Seattle Mariners for.
Do you remember who?
Randy Johnson,
Cruz,
Nelson,
Ken Griffey Jr.
No, Cruz Jr.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was
Nelson.
A long time ago. No, it wasn't Nelson Cruz. Jose Cruz Jr.
Jose Cruz Jr.
Yeah. So I was like, "All right, guys, see you later." Got down the dugout. They're like, "You're not trading. Get your ass back in the bullpen.
You're in the game."
Like it says it, and they're waiting for the thing to run around, and it runs back around, and it says me. It was supposed to be Heathcliff Slocum.
Oh no!
Jose Cruz Jr. had a couple decent years.
Yeah,
34 home runs, 88
he was a stud
RBIs
when he first came up.
So how do you handle that? Knowing not just yourself though, but
I
if
think
you have teammates that you know might be on the move, it's got to be strange.
It is weird when guys get traded at that point in time, because I always felt like I didn't want to get traded at that time, because I don't want to be that guy who goes somewhere for a month and a half. I mean, not
living
that,
out of a suitcase constantly.
You live out of a suitcase, number one. You have family members to worry about, number two. I think number three is, do you really feel like you're part of that team if you go, let's say you do win something. Do you really feel that much a part of the team after a month and a half?
No.
Did it overwhelm you, the feeling of, damn, that team wanted to get rid of me, or, wow, this team really wants me? When I
did get traded, I was pissed, because I was literally out on my boat in the Gulf of Mexico, and I heard on the radio that I was traded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at my phone. There's no messages, no calls, nothing. So I didn't know. I thought, well, maybe they're wrong. I got back. They weren't wrong.
So who gives you more information, the team or your agent?
Nobody did.
Nobody talks
Apparently,
to you at
the
all.
teams did it without consulting my agent first. Is what
that
happened.
normal, or was that particular to you?
I don't know. I was not happy with Ed Wade or at that point Terry Francona, and it wasn't pretty. And
So
I guess the only person I actually heard from was Walt Jocketty, like a day later.
good old Walt. How's Walt doing?
I don't know. He was awesome. He was a good guy, though.
Yeah.
I liked him.
I don't know who Walt Jocketty is.
He was actually the general manager of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay. He slipped my mind.
Now you do.
So let me relate this to the Sixers, if you can. This week it came out that Simmons and his agency team are lockstep with the Sixers in looking for a place for him to play.
Yeah, so they're helping each other out is what they're trying to do.
So to me, when that came out, that's it. He's gone. There's no question.
I would say they've already agreed to agree.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
they're just trying to find the right fit for him right now.
So in this day and age, how much power does a player hold? Is it teams going to players?
It's completely different than it used to be. I wouldn't say necessarily at trade deadlines like this one, like the baseball one.
Right.
But I think NBA-wise, I think they have a lot of say in where they're going and who they want to play with and things like that. And I think there's a lot of collusion that goes on.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on that is behind the scenes, and I think everybody turns a blind eye to now.
It's gotten worse since you played.
You think about the Scherzer thing. I mean, think about his contract. I think 6 years deferred. Is that correct? 3 or 6.
Knowing the Nationals probably because they try to defer everything.
It's a long time deferred, but I think that still has to come from the Nationals because that should have been money already paid, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
But it just gets deferred in the back.
So he's essentially owed $15 million annually from 2015 through 2028.
So that's going to be their version of the Bobby Bonilla deal.
They owe 13 more years of $15 million.
And it was a current 7-year, $210 million deal.
Yeah.
And then he has that deferment through 2028.
That's awesome. Good
That's
for him.
great for him.
So we've talked about, Ricky, about the future. What are the Phillies doing? Are they playing for the present? Or are they looking at the future? Let's look.
I don't think
bigger
they know.
Picture. They don't, and I can't even talk. They don't. They piss the hell out of me. But let's look at the rest of the National League East. How do you look at those teams? Are the Mets a team of now and the future? The Nationals look like they've sold. What are the Braves? What's Miami? Like what do you think these other teams are?
The Braves can definitely rebuild their team with one quick swoop. In my honest opinion, I think you get them some starting pitching. I think they could definitely, straighten things out. You get Ian Anderson back, Soroka back.
Right.
I think they're going to be in
injuries have killed them.
Injuries hurt them on the pitching front. And once you get Acuna back next year, I think everything's fine and dandy with the Braves. I don't think they have much of a problem. You look at the New York Mets. I think they have a pretty good base in a sense. I think starting pitching, you're sitting there with DeGrom if he's healthy, which is becoming more and more of a question mark for them. Taijuan Walker, Stroman. So they got a pretty strong 3, right? So
yeah.
That's one thing you don't really have to worry about. I think offense is what you have to worry about. Maybe power guys with the New York Mets. You have Alonso. Yeah. Conforto gets streaky at times. McNeil is more of a singles, doubles type hitter, but will show some pop every once in a while. Dom Smith is same thing, a little streaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think they're in the offseason, they have to look to add some power.
Well, they're going to have to probably start going over the luxury tax to do so.
And the Marlins are back where they should be, being bottom feeders.
Well, the Mets will spend money.
Oh yeah, Steve Cohen is
Steve Cohen came in and said
they're apparently still in on Brian and potentially even Trevor Story.
But who's got the most complex problem? The Phillies.
Because they have problems everywhere.
Because they don't have any answers.
No.
When you look at their team, you say, what is the answer to the problems? No idea.
I don't know if this organization knows what the questions are.
That's even a bigger part of the problem. obviously you have one starting pitcher right now who you're pretty happy with.
Yeah.
Wheeler. You have
Eflin, I
one
would
guy-
say you're fairly happy with.
Okay, Eflin number 3.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, he's a fine
Nola, way too many question marks this year for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's so much better than
Is this
that.
the outlier to his career, though? Because it's really bad when it's bad.
But there's there's one of the problems right there. Because you look at him and you say, well, it's just 1 year. Is he going to bounce back? They're going to give him another opportunity to bounce back.
Yeah,
next year.
sure.
And they should.
Right.
I think,
But I'm
yeah.
shook
So
if he can bounce back.
If he bounces back, then things are different.
But
in
you
the
won't know
rotation.
until next year.
And, of course, the bullpen is a complete and utter disaster. We went over their position players.
Do you think Sir Anthony can return to not...
I don't know. It's been how many years since he's thrown a pitch?
He's essentially lost almost 3 years of his young
3
career.
years, and he's been getting paid all those years.
Well, he played a simulated game yesterday, so the other day.
Oh,
yeah, the other day did a
You
simulated
played a
game.
simulated game last night, didn't you?
No.
You probably still smell like the locker room, too.
I probably did,
Wow.
but yeah.
The one thing I hate in sports is, oh, well, he needs
9-1
Tommy
is
John
not a
surgery.
tough loss.
Oh, no, let's try and rehab it for a little bit. If somebody tells you you need Tommy John, you probably need
You
Tommy
do it
John.
immediately.
Yes, get it done.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what he was thinking. I mean...
Some guys are afraid to go into the knife.
You're
Yeah.
right. If I remember back correctly, it was he needs Tommy John surgery.
Now he's gonna
And
rehab
Then he's
through
going
it.
to rehab. He tried rehabbing for about 6 months. Then they said he's coming back at the beginning of spring.
Yep.
He'll be fine. He comes back at the beginning of spring. They tell him he needs Tommy John surgery.
Then he
again.
leaves the country,
Finally
gets blocked by
yes.
COVID restrictions.
Then finally gets it. And it's, I mean, by that time, you wasted your career.
Was there a visit to Dr. Andrews at some point, and Dr. Andrews said you don't need it? Why is that
I don't
sticking in
remember.
my head? Maybe I could be totally wrong there. I thought that he went to see somebody, and they said, "Nah, you
How
don't."
old's Dr. Andrews? 165?
Yeah, I think he operated on Babe Ruth.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, actually, he performed the first Tommy John. That's
Yeah,
why
on Tommy John.
On Tommy John, yeah.
Isn't that a coincidence? Tommy John needed Tommy John surgery.
So he didn't get the surgery until
Boy,
July
you're on
30th.
top of your game today, aren't you?
Last July, he got the Tommy John finally.
Right. So
So
last
it's
July would get him.
barely a year.
He's probably not even going to be 100% now.
No.
It's usually a year and 3 or 4 months.
Sheesh. I mean, he's the only guy you look to in the bullpen. I mean, Falters looked okay. Maybe.
But he's had his bumps too.
Sure, maybe Brogdon's okay.
I like Brogdon. I think he's a 4 or 5 guy. Every 5 outings, he'll have 4 good ones and 1 bad one.
By the way, Bob was right. The initial meeting with Dr. Andrews said just rest and rehab.
Thanks,
And then he
Dr.
suffered a setback. Then he took a sweet time getting the surgery. Then he got the surgery.
Well, I would tell Dr. Andrews he's an idiot then, because how often does that actually work?
How many surgeries has he done?
Yeah,
anyway?
seriously.
I
What do
mean,
you
come
even
on.
know, Dr.
Yeah.
Andrews?
You're an
Is he a
idiot.
real
You don't know
doctor?
baseball.
Well, number one, being young.
like Dr.
Being
Nick.
young, I think.
Get off our show.
Go ahead. I think that was a mistake.
Fair weather idiot.
Oh my!
Egan's
whiz.
just having fun.
I know. My God, he's throwing me off here.
I love it. He pitched in Major League Baseball in front of 40,000 fans, and me and a drop is throwing him off.
I could see that.
No,
He's
you're not
very
throwing me
intense
off
person.
because I was talking about Sir Anthony, and if I was a young guy, I'm getting the surgery because
Yes,
you're healing
100%.
quicker. Number one, you heal quicker
And
than if
fully.
you wait.
And fully.
It's just
And some guys say they come back stronger from Tommy
just
John.
asinine.
Why hasn't Joel Embiid gotten his surgery yet?
That's another great question. He's
Guy had a
probably
torn
on his
meniscus.
he's probably looking for a second opinion that tells
Didn't
him
they
he
say,
How
like,
long
isn't
does
it
it take
six-
to get a second opinion?
Isn't it 6 to 8 weeks?
Ideally, it's 6 to 8 weeks. Now,
He's a little bigger. It might be a little longer.
Jahlil Okafor, I've told this story plenty of times, another center on this team, in the middle of the season, felt something in his knee warming up, got surgery. They was hoping he could come back for the rest of the season or later in the season. Not only didn't come back for the rest of the season, was still hurt by it at the beginning of the next season.
Get her done now, then.
I don't know why they haven't.
It's the offseason's like just short of 3 months. If it's a 6 to 8 week thing and you've already waited now a month, you're pushing it up against camp already.
I put off my shoulder surgery for a year and a half
So, while you were playing.
while I was playing. Oh, it hurt like hell.
And how old were you when this came about?
Was that because you had money to make
Probably
on the line?
28.
Oh, okay. So you were in
No,
your...
I had a partially torn labrum, and what you do is just rehab it every day. But, I mean, at some point, the rehab gets old. You're
Yeah.
like, man, I'm pitching and my arms killing me, and then the labrum was the oddest thing because when you warmed up, you were fine. I never told you a story about my last pitch.
The last pitch in baseball?
Before I had the surgery?
No.
We were playing at the vet. I believe it was either I think it was the White Sox. Got up there, threw a pitch. Boa said I was grunting the whole time, and I never grunt, like noise-wise.
Yeah.
Well, I threw
Like
a pitch.
Monica Seles.
I threw a pitch, and I saw it go, and it went about 30 feet and skipped to the catcher's mitt.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that was weird. And I literally started like, you roll your shoulder around, see what's going on. It felt fine.
Huh.
Like, I was like, wow, I don't have any more pain. Jeff
gone.
Cooper, our trainer, comes out. He goes, what do you got? I said, I don't know. Man, I don't feel any more pain. He goes, yeah, you don't have a labrum left.
Oh,
I said,
my
what?
God.
He goes, yeah, you're done. I said, let me try to throw a pitch. He goes, do you want your shoulder to come out of socket? I'm like, no. He goes, you're good then. Let's go. Oh, we're walking off the field to the dugout. I got you scheduled for surgery on Monday.
Oh.
How do you have me scheduled for surgery already? He goes, I've been doing it for the last 2 years. I went, oh, my God.
I just pushed back your surgery every
Monday.
week. Yeah.
They had me scheduled every Monday for surgery, and I didn't know.
So what year was this?
Wow.
2001.
You were done after that?
No, I came back.
You came back
after full reconstruction of my shoulder.
Oof. How did you feel about the fact that they had you scheduled for surgery every single Monday?
I didn't know.
But
So
after you find out, it's like, oh, thanks. That's a lot of faith you guys had in my
No, they were just waiting. They knew I had a tear, and they knew sooner or later the tear is going to go, and it went.
Ooh, and it was painless. That's amazing.
It got to the point where it was, I was in so much pain every day that I probably didn't, I had no idea what it felt like with no pain.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, man. I was thinking to myself, wow, this feels, whatever happened? Like I'm thinking like a miracle happened, that everything just kind of healed itself.
Yeah. When I blew out my knee, ACL, MCL, meniscus, it wasn't really painful.
No.
It's just the feeling of, oh, crap, something just happened. And it kind of scares you more than it is painful.
Like I kind of had a sick feeling like when I threw it, like you almost feel like you're going to throw up when you threw it. And I was like, what was that?
And it only went about 30 feet?
It made it to home plate. It just skipped to home plate.
Was that Levy catching you at the time?
I couldn't tell you. He may have been injured at that point. I don't know. I remember it skipped to home plate, and I was like, that was really weird.
Yeah. And it's a good thing you didn't throw another one. It might not have gone 30 feet.
You know how bad it was getting that year? About 2 weeks before that, I was throwing with Riel Cormier. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I was throwing with Riel, and he was my throwing partner every day. I went to throw a ball to him, and it stuck in my hand. My fingers literally froze on the ball, and I threw it behind me. And he looked at me. He just starts laughing. He goes, "What was that?" I said, "I don't know. My fingers stuck to the ball because my whatever was going on, it was hitting.
The muscles wouldn't allow you to.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't let go of the ball.
You know what's crazy when you look
I
at
had a lot of issues starting to happen. Wow. I should have known.
Yeah, right.
That 2001 roster had some really good talent on
2001, we almost won.
So you had
2002 is when I blew
You had
out.
Lieberthal and Estrada as catchers.
Levy got hurt.
Okay, so Estrada was starting most of the year. Travis Lee, Marlon Anderson, Jimmy Rollins, Scott Rowland, Pat Burrell, Doug Glanville, and Bobby Abreu.
Yeah, we took the Braves down in the last weekend.
Jeez. And then you look at the pitchers on the staff. There's some good pitchers too, at least in the pen.
Our starters were
was a little weak.
Omar Dahl was one of them.
Omar Dahl was your opening day starter.
Oh, I love Omar
Robert
Dahl.
Person, Bruce Chen, Omar Dahl, Randy
Bruce
Wolf.
Chen had some good years down in Baltimore.
Not with Philly, though.
Yeah,
we struggled in the starting rotation.
But the rest was good. You had some good relief
I'd take
pitchers.
any of those guys in our starting rotation now.
I would not take David Coggan in our starting rotation.
Yeah, you
would. With all
would.
due respect, no, I would not.
You'd rather have Matt Moore?
Yeah, he was terrible.
Oh, this is
Dave Coggan was trash.
Wow.
Probably nice. Probably
Coggan's
nice
numbers
guy,
that year.
Dave Coggan's numbers that year, 2001, his ERA, Baseball Reference, is 4.17, so he's better than Vince Velasquez.
Matt Moore.
His strikeouts per 9 was 5.9.
Better.
His whip is
Kept the ball on the ground.
1.45.
Take him to heartbeat.
He's similar whip to Vinny Velasquez.
There's another guy, though. He was a first-round pick, and you know what they did? They just brought him up and let him pitch. They didn't mess with him. They just brought him up and said, "Oh, okay, you were a starting pitcher
It's
in the
like
minors."
Kyle Kendrick wasn't the greatest of all time,
Yeah.
but he got the job done.
They brought him up from Double-A. But my point is, like the Phillies now, it's like, oh, you're a starting pitcher. Well, let's try you out in long relief now. No, like in the old days, you just all right. Let's sink or swim, kid.
By the way, problem is, players have to get released easier. I mean, you look back. If you had a 4-2, 4-3, you were released back when I was pitching.
Oh yeah.
Now it's normal.
I'm not talking about starter.
That's a quality
once in a while
starter now.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm talking like reliever. You started going over mid-4, you're done.
Do you think ERA is overvalued when it comes to bullpen guys?
Yeah, I think percentage. That's why I always say 4 out of 5 guy, 5 out of 6 guy. I think percentages are better off. I think you look at a guy who's going to give you 8 out of 10. You're pretty comfortable with that.
Whether it's reliever or starter, what's the most important stat you look to? Is it?
I think relievers. I look to inherited runners scored, and nobody looks at that anymore.
Huh? What about a starter?
Starter. I think ERA has a lot to do with everything.
Is WHIP or strikeouts per 9?
Oh, WHIP's always good because you're not putting anybody on base.
Yeah.
Which means your ERA is probably going to be pretty. If you look at the guys with the lower WHIP, their ERAs are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Royal Billiard and Recreation, the Delaware Valley's ultimate game room store since 1982, providing the best in pool tables, shuffleboard tables, foosball, darts, and other games online at royalbilliard.com. Guys, it wouldn't be a complete week unless we had some dirty laundry on somebody.
Oh, let's air out our dirty laundry.
Boys, let me ask you a
You
question.
notice it's always Egan bringing this up?
It's not about you, so you should shut up.
Nobody else
all right?
brings up dirty laundry.
It's not about you,
got
so
some
you should
dirty
shut
clothes.
Wow.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Guys, what were you?
I'm going to start packing up.
What were you watching earlier today? And Coach decided to turn the TV off. You can say it. It's over. You can say it.
Women's soccer?
You were watching the U.S. women's
I
team
can't see
playing
it.
the Netherlands.
TV's behind me.
They
Okay.
just won in a shootout, yeah.
Dude, I mean, come on. People are like taping the game. Now I got to dump that. Come on. Come on.
I mean, really?
Like, yeah, I really.
Why
Stop.
would they tape the game if it's already been on?
This is not the point, okay?
Goodbye, everybody.
Coach ran in and turned off the TV for you guys. And the same break he comes in and turned on the TV in here to the game.
Oh.
First of all,
Explain yourself.
First of all, I didn't turn the TV off for you guys.
You did not?
No, he
It's
didn't,
still on.
actually. Yeah,
and all I
still
did
on.
was say, please just make sure, because we're on YouTube, make sure that you're not staring at the TV the whole time. So, Egan, I didn't turn it off.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
This week is not ending well.
Calling his boss out on false dirty
Pat,
laundry.
you're fired.
Oh, in my defense,
You're fired.
in my defense.
There's no defense.
Look, I have a 4.5 ERA. I'm not getting fired.
Lose.
Wow.
I'm not getting fired. I have a 4.5 ERA.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I'll tell you, he goes to dirty laundry and it kicks him right in the ass.
Wow.
You lose.
Right in your dirty underwear.
All right, I'll see you guys Monday, hopefully.
Yeah,
goodness.
that's not good.
Coach said he was gonna have you guys turn off the game, so I thought it was hypocritical that he was making you guys turn off the game, which
All
you
right,
didn't.
Bob, take
because
over.
he
'Cause
wussed
we
out,
probably got to get the break.
and then coming in
anyways,
here
Bob.
and throwing the game on.
Is Egan still talking?
Yeah, he's all right. I can understand his ire just a little bit.
I thought it was hypocritical. I
He
thought it was
doesn't like
defending.
Jamie, obviously.
If he was factual, it would have been good.
Well, no,
Dirty
Jamie's
laundry.
a coward who calls people out, not knowing what they're being called out about.
Does he hate you?
What is going
Well,
on
there's
here?
history here. So
There's history.
these two were supposed to run a 40-yard dash against each other,
Which is happening still.
and the day
Okay.
before it
That's
was
like
happening,
120 for Pat, though.
but the day before it was happening, Jamie texts me and only me and says, "You'll never believe what happened. I just stubbed my big toe. I legit think
I got to
broke
tell you,
it."
I'd take Egan.
He
in the
said-
race?
Yeah.
You can have him. It's happening next Tuesday.
I bet it is.
So we got baseball next
Well, we'll
week.
see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we got Connor pitching to you next week.
That's exactly how I described Jamie when he pulled out of the race.
All right.
Wow. So,
Jeez, we've really gone off the rails here, Bob.
yeah, well, that's all right. It's
Bob,
the
get
last-
us out of here.
I don't know how to.
Bob,
It's-
wrap up the show. Come
I'm
on.
trying to. But
What are you
we
waiting
still-
for?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Goodbye.
Yeah, the John Kincaid Show. Thanks for joining us all week. John will be back on Monday. I think we'll have a full house here on Monday. Want you to stay tuned for the great Anthony Gargano coming up next. Probably talking a lot of Eagles mini camp action where Nick Mullins has just been lighting it up, Jamie. We didn't
17 for 18
17
yesterday.
for 18, just,
God,
killing.
Say goodbye, Bob.
Who's Joe Flacco anyway?
Training camp stats are the stupidest
But
thing
I
I've
want
ever
to tell
heard
you
of
to
in my life.
remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join me and our generous partner, Farron Electric, in making a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR. Cancer research, it saves lives. Listen, I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe, and happy weekend. We will be back to you early Monday morning. Till then, John Kincaid Show, signing off. Time at the Fanatic 952.
The John Kincaid Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day. There's the day you open your 500th location or expand to a new city. The day you deliver a make-or-break pitch from 1,000 miles away. Or the day that you have to start it all over again. That's the thing. You never know what the day might bring. But with Comcast Business, you'll have the powerful solutions you need to handle anything that comes your way. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. The freedom to control your network from anywhere. And advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. All backed by a team of can-do collaborators ready to roll up their sleeves and make things happen 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates